Hello. This is your mediocre time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey, it is another one of these Friday free shows of A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan, and I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer's here. Hello, Sam.
Hey.
Brendan O'Connor's on his way.
On his way. I like Samantha's in. Did you like that? I like that. Hey, I like that.
We got a full house today.
We do. Hey, make some noise. No, don't do that. Tom hates that. Tom hates that. Don't make any noise. Tom hates that. Give me a hell yeah. Yeah, he really hates that.
We have the winners to the Hourglass Trivia Contest
We do indeed.
that we did during our beer release here for a pizza party. And we want to thank Ailstone for
Yes.
providing the pizza today.
Delicious pizza.
And we...
Yeah, 50% off, I believe, weekdays Monday through Thursday, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah.
You can slide through there and
I think for the lunch hours.
for the lunch hours.
Yeah,
Yeah. Lunch hours only. You slide through there and get some deliciously valued pizza.
And Rick, what was her name? The lady.
Miss Mary?
Miss Mary?
Miss Holly. Oh, God.
God damn it, Holly. I knew
Thanks,
it.
Holly.
Well, you say Merry Christmas when you're underneath the holly.
Also,
There it is.
we have new merch at tomandan.com. We've got these bucket hats, the
yeah,
super
Yeah,
dad hats.
the floppy dad hats. I like those.
We also have regular hats, 2 new shirts, cooling towels, a bunch of other things, and our discount, or like a blowout sale ends tomorrow. So there's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. I've never enjoyed the term blowout sale. I've never liked it.
I love it.
It reminds me of diarrhea.
I hate liquidation.
That was a new term
That's
for me.
diarrhea too.
Like that was a new term for me. The blowout. Like I only learned that when I had a baby. I think I think Crystal actually told me because you guys had a blowout at Mellow Mushroom one time. I think Tommy.
Whoa.
I think Tommy
yeah.
shat up his back. He was like,
That's
"Kaboom!"
Yeah.
And then I was like, "What?" And then you guys said I had a blowout, and I always thought tires. You know, like I don't think I ever thought diaper.
Well,
I didn't know it could blow out the legs, but it can. It can blow out the legs.
It can.
It can blow out the legs.
So I was on social.
Sorry, I said that during plugs.
I was on social media, and I saw that Tiffany was having a band perform at Salty Sisters.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, we know them, True Phonic.
Yeah.
And
we saw them out at Cafe Da Vinci when we had the meetup out there.
And I think, and this is a compliment to them, I believe their set was 4 hours long or something crazy. They played their asses off and were so good.
So they're going to be at Salty Sisters on Saturday, and then it reminded me, I'm like, oh, we should talk to Tiffany because I got some things I want to talk to her about.
I got some things I want
that
to
she may not
Wait a
know
minute,
is
is this
happening
where
on
you do
social
the airing
media.
of the gripes? So you can't air the gripes.
No, it's not gripes.
You're not married to Tiffany. You can't criticize my lovely friend.
No, I just want to talk to Tiffany about the new age of social media influencers and what she missed out on.
Why would Tiffany want to talk to an old man about social media?
Well, all she does is work all the time. She doesn't know what's going on in social
probably
media.
at work right now. Why are we bothering? She's probably prepping.
I had to tell you about it, old man.
She's probably prepping hamburgers right now and fixing for the day at the bar, and you're interrupting her.
Tiffany Martin's on the line. How you doing, Tiffany?
We are calling her right at the lunch hour.
I
What
know.
are you doing?
Yeah, right now she's trying to
Slinging burgers.
crack the whip on her employees.
So, real quick, Tiffany, Salty Sisters, True Phonics playing on Saturday. They also have a bunch of bands that come through Salty Sisters all the time. Just follow them on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way. Facebook, Instagram, it's all there.
It's the best place in Cocoa Beach to grab a burger and see a band. The 2 Bs. Just go and do it.
All right.
I agree.
All right. So now to the real thing I want to talk to you because
I know there's all.
Get down
and she
to
knows
business.
this. Tiff, you don't miss this. You never miss the old hoodwink.
No,
where he
it's not a
calls you. He's
hoodwink.
I called to plug your band, but hey, I'm just gonna pull you into
Sounds like another host
yeah,
I know.
Yeah, exactly. This
Get
guy's
outta
trying to
here.
drag you into some stupid fucking radio bit.
Well, no. Well, this all ties in.
Oh yeah, it always ties in.
It never does.
And then the benevolent conductor sits back with his arms crossed. He's like, I'm a kingmaker. Tom
No,
Van
come on.
Kingmaker.
I make
I'm,
talent.
I'm
Oh,
Mitch
no, this is
McConnell,
what
the
Tom texted
kingmaker.
Tom texts me. Okay, so I see Truphonic is playing. Can we call you at 12 tomorrow to talk about Truphonic? I said, okay, that sounds great. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's 30 seconds and okay, now what I really want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you love me?
It's
No.
Will you and your husband swing with me?
What would you say? Come on.
No, sounds
we
like
have
something
kids.
you'd say.
No, that's
You both have kids. That's even playing field.
So Tiffany, how familiar are you with the internet?
Wow.
I mean, I go on it. You know what's interesting is
Is this an old
What is
vaudeville? I think
happening?
they just did like a Abbott Costello. How familiar are you with the internet? Well,
Well,
I'll
I
tell
go
you,
on it.
I go on it.
there is two things that
Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry.
She's got to do actual work, Tom.
Yeah, I apologize. I had something playing in the background by accident.
so I'm really into that chat. What's it called? Chat.
GPT.
What is it called?
Well, if you don't know what it's called,
Oh, this is female Tom.
Well, this is why I
Where
want
you
to.
talk to the computer and it gives you a bunch of stuff. GPT? Is it GPT?
Yes. See, Tiffany.
Okay, I'm into that.
Yeah, it's
I'm
chat.
into
no.
that, which I feel like
Abort.
is like new age.
No, this.
And then the other thing I'm into is, and that's only because Brevard County, like if you live in LA, nobody even goes on Facebook. None of my family out in LA go on Facebook. It's all TikTok. And out here still, it's all Facebook. Like, I don't know about Orlando.
Yeah, we're
but
like-
Brevard County is definitely
Oh,
still
Brevard
in
County.
Well,
They're behind the
Brevard
times.
County, Brevard County's like turning a cruise ship. You know, like it's
Yeah,
gonna be.
so I mean, I mainly promote on Facebook just because I've tried the other, social media platforms, if you will, and it just doesn't get the same pop that Facebook does in this area. So
She's using wrestling terms too, not the same pop, the gimmick,
And this is why this is perfect
secret handshake.
to explain to Tiffany about a new phenomenon that we found.
We found.
Well, Sam.
yeah.
Okay.
Again,
okay.
another host that doesn't give anyone credit on the show.
It is a normal radio host will listen to his producer. The producer gives
Say,
him an
"I
idea.
found this."
And then in the promo meeting
Yeah.
with the talent, which is Tiffany,
Yeah.
he will say, I have an idea for you
No,
that I
okay.
came up with. Yeah, I see what he's doing.
Sam told me about
Uh-huh.
a new TikTok trend that's happening, and it blew my goddamn mind. It was yesterday on ACD. If you want to listen to
Right.
it, it was the funniest thing I ever heard. So Tiffany, because it instantly after we watched this and did the segment yesterday, it made me think of how Tiffany was born 15 years too early. Because like Tiffany's one of the hardest working grinders I know.
Yeah, true businesswoman.
That is a grinder and is driven like crazy,
Yeah.
right?
She will
And-
stop at nothing to be a success, and that's why she's always successful.
And she'll do it the hard way, which is like, she
Well,
wants
the right way. She'll build it out right. She'll
Yeah.
take, she'll learn the correct way to do things. She'll get the right
maybe
permits.
that's not the good way though. Like the hard way just takes longer.
Yeah, but you don't cut corners. Like you get the right
Yeah,
permits.
but-
Like
Work
me and
smarter.
Tom, we call some
Listen.
guy, he does it in the middle of the night, and then it gets torn down because we get fined. You do the get right permits. You do it right.
All I know is that I've seen, like, when Tiffany wanted to get in the entertainment business.
She did it.
20 years ago, she had to intern for some radio station.
Yeah.
That was the only way.
My God.
And then you had to have a bunch of perverted fatzos
Yeah.
who sexually harass her.
Putting you in a.
Wait a minute.
If I remember
still
correctly.
For $0.
Yeah, for $0. The first week she was there, we had to haze her, and I believe what I did for her is I dressed her
No,
as.
we're not. No.
Oh yeah. All right, yeah,
Anyway.
never mind.
These are the times I don't like to relive.
Okay, yeah. It was terrible.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
but-
like a true host, he brought it up, and I went, and just like a true co-host, I went along with it.
You're trying to get me to cry again. It's been 20 years.
No, come on. No, I'm
Jesus Christ.
but Tiffany,
I'm just kidding.
I know. Well, Tiffany's hard as hell
Tough.
too.
Tougher
Don't
than
you
me.
tell her how she is.
And
Harsh.
but now there's this new thing, Tiffany, that's called NPC on TikTok. And it's attractive. Like, I guess it's not all attractive ladies, but I guess the most popular
I
ones
think it
are.
helps if you are.
But
Right?
it's young hot chicks. I say young, like in their early 20s, and they dress up maybe like a cosplay, some of them or whatever, and then all they do is do weird sound effects and do like okay, let's play an example.
I got one for you. Okay, here's the one that Tom loves.
By the way, this looks like a young Tiffany, by the way. This reminded me
man.
Right? Is that why you want to watch it?
Yeah,
Jeez.
hey,
No,
hey,
no,
hey,
I'm
hey,
just saying.
hey.
That's
Less is more here. Less is more here. You don't need to explain
okay.
it. You just
Watch
stop.
what she does.
Okay, here.
Oh, spicy. By the way, you guys, if anyone sends me a galaxy, I say whoop, the cute way. Honey, yum. Roses, yum.
There you go. There's
So
the.
you just act like a weirdo, and then
Yeah.
You act like a video.
Yeah, you act
character,
like
video
and
game character.
And you go hang, hum.
Yes.
And you go like, oh yes, hot dog, yummy, yum.
Roses.
Tiffany.
I mean, Asian
Hold
people
on.
should be so mad at this, but apparently they're not. They're not mad about it. But I think all of them are
so
making
this
fun.
is what's happening right now. This
Yeah.
is what we
Yeah.
come to.
Tiffany.
This is the hottest trend.
Tiffany, up to 7,000 a day.
Yeah.
She's making
Yeah,
doing this.
7,000 a day. Tiff.
7,000.
She's making that much money?
Yes.
7,000 tips.
Did you hear that? You just blew Tiffany's apron
I
off.
thought you meant hits.
No.
No.
$7,000 a day, Tiffany. And then when I heard that, it blew my goddamn wig off. And then all I could think about is how hard Tiffany had to work and how much work and grind Tiffany had to do. And then the new Tiffany's of the world, 7,000.
Another NTC on live.
Sorry.
Oh, you just
they're
sound-
sliding in there and
I mean,
using
that's-
the
that's
internet
just-
to become rich.
That's just the world, right? Because back, our parents didn't have to work as hard as we are, right? Or
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the opposite.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're sitting here
And it's
talking
just
on a
gonna keep
podcast,
going
you know?
like that. And do I even send my kid to VPK, or if we're just doing sound effects?
Oh, you can get rich with
Well,
your kids now, Tiff.
I mean, Tiff, you are gonna have to they do
you
wear
could be like Kris Jenner and just work off your kids.
They wear really
well,
not
no,
super
well,
revealing.
We can't do this now. Now Tiffany's got kids, and then she's a
What are you talking
businesswoman.
about?
Then why did you even want to tell her that?
No, because I
Rub it
just
in her
make her
face?
feel bad?
Hold
My
on,
God,
Yeah,
man.
exactly. He wants to make me feel bad that I picked a harder life.
no. I'm
You're the
saying
bad one,
This
man.
wasn't an option 20 years ago, Tiff.
And I wanted you to know that.
Now this is what it could have been. Now
It's super saturated, like the podcast world.
Oh, get him.
Oh, wow.
Get him.
I don't know. I'm just saying it could have been so easy. Like imagine
We could have had it all just like Bogey and McCall.
You didn't have to do the makos and this whole thing and the
Oh,
bar
goodness.
owners. You could have just done the sound effect.
Hot dog, yum.
7,000 a day, and then you didn't have to go anywhere. You just have to be in front of the
I
computer.
tell anybody I know, like any young girls that I know that they're like working hard. I'm like, there's this thing called OnlyFans.
Don't tell your
Man,
servers.
If I would have done OnlyFans on the radio, I wouldn't have even had to really, do anything like they do.
Yeah.
I could have just brought the cam into the radio show and just, man.
Oh, it would have been. Could you
Now
imagine?
you got her doing it.
What
Great
a-
job, buddy.
Tiffany, could you imagine with the popularity back then if you would have done OnlyFans and you don't even have to do nudity or anything? It's just been bathing suit pics, and you would have been making,
I like how sleazy this
I
sounds.
tried
10,
to do the
20,000 a
calendar.
month.
You wouldn't
I
even
think I
have to
made
be
2 grand
naked,
on
just
the calendar.
bathing suit pants. That sounds so
Jesus
grimy,
Christ.
right? Right? I've always wanted to say that to someone. Hey, Sam, you don't even need to be nude, just bathing
He has said
suit.
that to me before.
Oh.
Come on.
Why you gotta bring that up?
Yeah. His
I'm gonna
muse
give you a
changes
pro-
week to
this is
week.
what I'll do.
Yeah.
I'll go and do the sound effects somewhere with the weird thing. I'll watch a couple of videos so I can copy them exactly.
Yeah.
I'll wear the outfit. I'll send you the video, Tom, and then you can be my agent and take a cut because I don't even have TikTok or anything. So you have to kind of do everything.
Hold on. I think you're going to want to defer to the guy that isn't just going to keep it in his secret file. Yeah.
Tiffany, I'll forget about this, and then you'll send me that video.
And you
it'll-
think you're seducing him.
It'll pop up on Saturday.
And he'll be like, oh, my God, Tiffany's
knew it.
leaving her family for me.
No. Then no. My wife will pick it, and then it'll be like, "What the hell is this?" Is Tiffany doing like
I'll send it to her.
Hot dog good. Yum, yum, yum.
I don't even think it's possible to, even if Tiffany did that, I don't think that.
I don't think you can do it with a straight face, Tiff.
Well, you couldn't.
I can't. Well,
You're gonna have to practice.
Man, I think I'm too old. I'm 38.
No, you're not too old. You're pretty enough.
I just had my 20-year class reunion at Salty
Okay.
Sisters.
Yeah, and
All right,
no
so-
offense, but you look the best. So to anyone, I'm just saying you look great. You would be able to dominate, but I don't think. I think you're too much of a serious, real business person.
Yeah.
To lower yourself
That's
to
a
getting
young woman's game.
And yeah, this is if you got nothing
You guys
else
are
going
ageist.
on, I say do it. No, I'm saying she could do it. I just don't think she can keep a straight face.
Yeah.
Because she's a serious business person that has to order like the inventory for her restaurant.
Yeah.
That's a different
Well,
animal.
what if I sat there thinking the whole time, this is for $7,000?
Exactly.
I think I could probably make that happen.
Okay, I hope you can.
Yeah, but that's the top people doing this. Like, I feel like everybody else.
Now you're discouraging my new goal.
I'm just saying the fad is already passed already. This is all old news.
Again, we call you, we tell it to you, then Tom swoops in to
You
say,
can call me to ruin my dreams.
yeah, I can do it.
So, Tiffany, tell us about hosting your high school reunion at Salty Sisters, because I did see that.
God.
And
Well-
what made you even do that?
Okay, well, first of all, they weren't even going to do a 20-year class reunion at all. And I didn't go to the 10-year, and I was like, hey, wait a minute. I have a restaurant. I'm about to get a lot of sales here if I bring in 500 people from my class, which our class was only 400. So I figured, okay, somebody brings, a date or a
plus
husband or
one.
whatever.
Yeah.
Well, at first, not that many people were RSVPing. So I talked to the president, the president and the vice president and all that.
Oh, I thought you talked to Joe Biden.
She was like, who?
Where am
Well,
I?
they never do. Apparently, it's always up to whoever kind of wants to at that point in their life. And so I was like, listen, I'll host it. But I assumed they were kind of going to do some stuff. Well, that didn't happen. So I basically did the whole thing. I did the cake. I did the DJ, and I did the whole thing. But it's okay because we made it back at the restaurant. Nice. But I'll tell you what. Have you guys ever been to your 20-year class reunion? Anybody?
I did, yeah.
Mine is next year.
Yeah, I went to mine.
Mine happened in COVID in 2020.
Gotcha. Well, it is seriously probably one of the most bizarre experiences of my life. I'm not even joking. I haven't seen any of these people in 20 years. So looking at their faces, seeing them so much different, from 20 years ago, it's a weird, bizarre thing that
It's
I wasn't
gross, right?
expecting.
It's like time travel.
It's gross.
I like to use the word different.
Yeah, I'll say it. I'll
20
say it.
years.
I'll say it. It was gross, and all of the people, their teeth were falling out.
No.
And a lot of them were divorced and on their second or third man. It was a rough go.
It's just 20 years of Florida Sundance.
I enjoyed it.
all of us.
Tiff, did you enjoy it because you did it, and then afterwards you were like, woo? I did.
No, man, I had so much fun, but I did black out at 10:30.
Oh, okay. So you didn't do it. I was very
Oh,
judgmental
man.
in mine.
Which I hate that I blacked out because I'm like, damn it, I really wanted to stay and send off with a bang. But the next day, because my sister put me in the car and came over, and she actually stayed the night so she could get up with my kids, which I think is Super Sister of America award. And so we wake it up and we're talking on the couch, and she's like, yeah, you gave a speech. And I was like, no, I didn't give a speech.
Oh, Tom gives speeches.
Yes.
Tom gives speeches and he gets blackout drunk.
I love giving blackout drunk speeches.
Yeah, and they usually involve the C word for girl parts.
I gave a speech, blacked out, don't remember it. There were lap dances. I mean, everybody got a lap dance.
Wait a minute, you gave a speech and you gave everyone a lap dance? I feel
Everybody
like this
got
is.
lap dances
I feel
from
like this.
other people.
This
But
is
it
the
wasn't, I didn't
greatest.
give lap dances. I saw the videos, and I wasn't one of the ones giving lap dances.
I think
might
more
have
people would
received-
go to the reunions.
Yeah, if you
this.
told me that.
There's one guy, he's like, hey, Cocoa Beach 2003.
I didn't motivate you.
I'm like, Sam Party.
Tiffany's giving lap dances.
Hey, rub it on me. Did you see
There
that
were
teacher?
two fights, physical fist fights
Oh,
about
man.
things that happened in high school.
Oh, yes.
My wife gave
Yeah,
you a lap
20-year-old beef.
Hold on.
I swear to God this happened. I swear to God, one kid goes, but I was better than you on the football team. And he goes, yeah, but I got more play time because coach likes me more. And they got into a physical fight about
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Never
That's the
grow
cliche.
up.
Let it
Never
go.
grow
That's the
up.
cliche.
That's the Alpin.
Yeah. It's two Peter Pans fighting each other. I love it.
And then another fight broke up because one guy said, I think it was the same guy.
I'm next to get a
I just
Tiffany
heard him.
lap dance.
And he says, yeah, well, your dad drives for Uber.
Oh, that's an insult? Oh.
I'm like, that's
Hold on, I'm writing that down because that's a decent insult. Yeah, but your dad drives for
So
fucking
then they
Uber.
brawled.
Hey,
and
your
then
dad drives
got
for fucking
kicked
Lyft.
out. Yeah, and then one guy, I mean, there was because we were exactly across from a strip club, so like half the kids went to the strip club after.
Kids.
I missed out.
You
But
didn't
it's
go.
okay.
You didn't
I
make it to the strip club.
I did have a good time. I didn't make it to the strip club. I only made it to 10:30.
Oh,
Hold
wow.
on. Did you graduate class of 2003?
Yeah.
But then you.
Thanks for doing the math, Tom. Like, what the
Well,
hell?
but
Wait a minute.
Weren't you
I
on
think
the-
I got
It
a
is
clue.
Were you on the-
2023.
were you on
It
the-
was my 20 year.
Were you on the radio 2004?
I was on the radio in 2003. Right
Yeah.
after high school.
Yeah. You don't remember like all the jokes I made because I
2003.
met her as like a high school kid.
It had to be.
Dude, I got out of high school. I went to college summer, and then I started the radio, like with the whole Makos thing. That was after I had graduated after 2 months.
No.
Like, I had
Yeah,
no
fresh.
idea on this stuff.
Fresh. Still had the wrapper on
It was
it.
20 years ago. No, it was like I can't
it's
believe
crazy.
that was 20 years ago.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah, like imagine.
You were
I mean,
18
you were
though,
young
right?
Too, but like there were adults on that show, and I was a teenager.
Yeah.
pretty much.
They're
Like,
terrible
18,
human
I had
beings.
no
That's a
business being
different
on that
Monsters.
show.
Some of them are here.
It's a different time.
Yeah.
It was 2003.
Yeah. It was the
like-
Durst
it's a
years.
different
It was the
world.
Durst years.
She was just
Yeah.
a baby, Tom.
Woodstock just happened. You saw what happened.
Yeah. We were a Woodstock
every-
society.
yeah, that thing's.
But Tom wasn't that much older than me. You're like 3 years older than me, right?
Yeah.
But he looks
So you were
way
like
older
21,
than you.
22?
I was 21 when I started. 22, 21.
And
somewhere
I've been
around
40 forever.
How old were you when you started radio, Dan?
19.
there. Yeah.
See, we were all really young.
Yeah,
Different though.
We're all like lifers. Yeah, I never got sexually harassed.
Yeah.
I'll just throw that out there.
Yeah.
It never happened. Not even one time.
So
I've never stopped.
Oh, 20 years of harassment. God damn.
That should be a T-shirt. 20 years of harassment. Salty sister.
But when you're in your 30s,
No, don't put it on
it's just a good time. It was just like
yeah, now it's funny.
Yeah, I call that my grabbing years. You know.
So Tiffany, besides from True Phonic, you got a bunch of other bands coming to perform as Salty
Yeah,
Sister,
so
right?
I have a band tonight called Black Sun Circus, and the drummer puts a sword down his throat.
What?
I'm sorry. What?
My kid just said, "Oh my god!"
He wants to
You
go.
know what? That I'm telling you right now, he's a gamer. If you told him, okay, when mommy says he slides the sword down his throat, in the background, I need you to go, wowie woo. He's good.
He would. He just got his first fade today at
Aw.
the hairdressers. He sat there for the whole fade. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, that's great, man.
Yeah,
Well,
my life.
I want to see a band that has a drummer that puts a sword down his
Yeah.
throat. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, so that's
I mean,
tonight. They're called Black. It's like a circus. They dress up full makeup, circus costumes, the whole 9 yards.
that sounds really fun.
And
Mm-hmm.
you know about booking bands. I know we talked about this before.
She
but,
takes it very seriously.
But are you book all this stuff, Tiffany?
Yeah, I'm the booking person. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I do like the other day we did Harry Potter trivia, which was a huge hit. And then I do different events throughout the year
Made for this.
on top of the 3 days a week.
Yeah. I feel like you
Friday,
found
Saturday,
it.
Sunday.
Wait, when I was asking Tiffany about this, then she told me about another business idea. I won't say it, but then I was like, another business, and then she's like, I'm sick, I can't stop.
Yeah, she's a business person.
And then I'm like, that's with the successful people. That's what they have. It's a curse and the gift of drive.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Tiffany.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I'm not doing anything like Monday through Thursday from like 3 to 7. I'm like, I think I can fit something else in.
Yeah, I love it.
The kids, and I know it's crazy. Well, Tiffany,
On it,
thanks.
well, what's giving me more drive is everything's going up like crazy. Like even Cocoa Beach area, the prices have gone through the roof. I mean, everything. It's probably like that in Orlando too. So if I want to move into like a bigger house, I live in a two bedroom, 3 bath, which is nice. But I mean, I want to move into a bigger house. So
Sure, yeah.
I kind of got to keep hustling. So
Yeah.
it's not over.
Yeah, it never will be. Something tells me for you, like
Yeah,
you'll
yeah,
always
yeah.
be trying. My wife's like that, always trying to get better. I mean,
Yeah.
I admire that.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm in a holding pattern until death right now. I just don't
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
get my.
The Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, I'm doing
Freeze,
I'm doing the Mitch freeze. I just want my legs to stay the way they are right now and
Yeah,
not get any worse until I die.
Yeah. You know who could buy a beachside mansion? The $7,000 a day.
Yeah.
You piqued my curiosity, but then when I asked you to be my agent, you quit on me.
All right,
Yeah.
I mean,
All right, well,
I know the business.
Cocomelon's not going to babysit all day. So.
Oh my God.
Cocomel.
Yeah, a Coco Melon. It's a kid show.
Oh.
All right,
yeah.
Tiffany. Thanks for calling us, and again, Salty Sisters, and we'll talk to you
Yeah,
soon.
we
okay?
love you, kid. Be good.
I love you guys. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
That is Tiffany from Salty Sisters.
It's just
She's so like driven, dude. Like
I'm not sure if that was mean-spirited or not, Tom.
no. It just I'm bringing up a broader topic of.
he's
that-
bringing awareness.
No.
He's a hero, Sam.
I don't think she wants to be aware.
You could like some things now. There's so much easier to monetize some things now than it was 20 years ago. Of course, that's what it is with everything. But like
I mean, a different example of
making
this,
your own content is insane. now.
A different example of this that I have multiple friends that do this, and some of them listen to the show, are people that now more than ever, it's never been a better time to find things if you like finding vintage clothing, knickknacks, lamps, cutlery, whatever.
Yeah.
Yard sale. I mean, I have a friend that professionally, she just does
I kind of want to start doing
yard sales, and then but
You just
this
gotta
is
travel a
this
lot.
is her day.
That's
right?
a hustle, man. That's
but
a
she
grind.
loves it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like, think about it. Like, you wouldn't have been able to do that. It would have been 10 times as hard back in the day. But now if she finds the right stuff, she lists
See,
them.
I've heard it's harder now because a lot of people are doing it.
She says.
The internet makes
Yeah,
it
remember even
harder.
Peter said that.
She says, well, I guess it would depend on how you look at it, right? Like, if you're just now starting, you don't really have anything to compare it to, so.
Well, it's just like.
But it is interesting that you can list everything on the internet. My point is that anybody in the
Yeah.
world can buy it.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
sold a watch to a guy in Saudi Arabia.
The
That was years ago. It's crazy what you can do.
the old way to make money in entertainment was it's like, all right, I want to be in the entertainment industry. First you had to get past old Weinstein and the whole thing, that whole thing, right?
It's like a video game boss.
And then when you finally get there, it's like, well, the production company, whoever's making the entertainment, they'll pay you 1/100th of what they're making off of the, ticket sales or the, putting commercials on the, you know what I'm saying? It's like and then now it's like you could skip all that and just go straight to the consumer. And then it's like, all right, I got 20,000 people that are watching me. And let's just say, 1/3 or 1/4 or 1/5 of those people will give me $1. And then and then you're rich.
Yeah.
And it's so
The
easy.
thing I
Like,
like
I'll
the
give
most-
$1.
Well, the platform will take their cut.
Yeah,
but then,
yeah. But you're making 80 cents of that dollar, and then it's like, all right, people aren't giving you like $10,000. They're just giving you $1 or a couple bucks.
You trickle away at it.
And they're fine with it. It's kind of like our business with the BDMs. Like,
Sure.
you're paying $2.95 a month, and some are paying more.
Well, that is by
whatever.
design. We don't want to bleed you guys dry. We want to do this with you for a very long time.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the idea.
Yeah, yeah.
It's always been the idea to keep it reasonable.
But
we've
now-
gotten flack for that too.
But it's like we have the technology to go directly to the person watching or listening, and they will give you a couple bucks.
What would you think?
And then that's all you need to do.
I've been researching this, but we have the ability, like with a few little changes. By the way, our app we've been working on it all morning. It's getting. We're going to take a break
close.
soon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're close to getting this app done. Matthew's been busting his ass on it. I mean, this morning he was like kicking out versions for me to test. So I'm going to hit it really hard when I'm in Atlanta. But I have the ability now, as researching it, for us to like stream to just our website if we really wanted to.
Really?
If we just wanted to do just a box where you could see everything live and just have it on our website and it's our show. Yes, we could still have YouTube. Yes, we could still have Twitch. But even more so, just put it on our own site.
Yeah,
We can do that for a very small amount of money per month.
Yeah.
All of this stuff is possible. It is an exciting time, but I'll say from my perspective, I don't know if you feel this way, Sam, on the kind of like the button pushing side, it's a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's like it's never been a better time to do this kind of shit, but it's also like it's confusing how to focus it, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
for me.
And there's also so much of it, so much content. How do you get beyond the noise of all the other content being produced? Like, how do you rise to the top of that?
Biggest complaint for Twitch
And
streamers.
that I can't tell you.
Well, Twitch streamers and YouTube streamers and podcasters. They're all in the same boat. And the three biggest complaints that Twitch, YouTube, and podcasters say is discoverability. There is absolutely zero discoverability in this area.
Yeah.
You listen to what you listen to and you stay listening to what you listen to. Very rare do you find something else new just randomly from Twitch or YouTube or from whatever aggregate you use to get your podcasts.
And we make the joke like, oh, look at this person. All they're doing is making noises 7,000 a day. But it's like you can't replicate that if you just start and making noises. You're not going to make that
I can
person.
make fun of it, but it is what it is. I mean, it's unique, and she is doing it at a level that nobody else can.
But that person built on a following already.
yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And then she's making money from her following.
She doesn't do just that, too. That's another thing that people keep, like, I think getting twisted, is I think she's had a footprint online for a minute. She's doing this now and it's succeeding, but I think she was popular beforehand, right?
Yeah, I mean, it has to be. Like, you can't just all of a sudden start making this type of money. And that's the cliche that everybody talks about. Like, they start bitching about, oh, look at this person, look at this OnlyFans person making $10,000 a month or whatever. All you have to do is put up nudie pics of yourself and you'll make $10,000 a month. But I'm like, that's not the case. That person built a following and curated an audience, and it's not like you just start an OnlyFans and start putting up.
That's why I never say it's easy,
pics, and you're gonna get that kind of money. You'll be struggling for a long time. You got to build a following. Yeah, that's the hardest part of all of this.
Yeah,
and
you got to dedicate yourself to it.
Yeah, than it was before.
And it all comes back to. It seems like this has been the word of the week for us is discipline, right? Like comes back to consistency and discipline, and it's come up multiple times on the show, so it's interesting.
Well, just the grind of it. I just don't even know where I'd tell someone to start. Like, if my son's dream was to become a streamer and play games or whatever.
I mean, chances are.
I don't think they'll go to you for it, though. Because they're already starting to watch streamers. They'll learn on the way.
Yeah,
as you're growing up with it, you'll learn on the way, and I'm sure their friends will be doing it.
Oh, I tell them though. I'm like, I know this guy's business. I tell them.
But you literally don't know how to be a video streamer.
I like that.
You literally don't know how to do that.
No, but it's about the same as a podcast business. I like that.
But you always ask how they make money, so that you don't know how it works.
I see him. I'm watching Mr. Beast with my son. Like Max is watching Mr. Beast, and all of a sudden he'll cut into a commercial, and he's like, "Try Travago or whatever," and then he's doing it, and then I'm like, "See." That's where he's making his money.
Yeah, it's the Travago. He don't care.
I'm like, that company's paying him hundreds of thousands of dollars for this ad. And then I'm just telling them how the business works.
Don't ruin them watching.
No, but they need to know. And then I'm like, well, the only reason he's getting that money is because of how many followers he has.
I love that you think that an 8 and 9-year-old care about that.
And Maisie don't. Like she'll
why would they?
Sometimes she finds the commercials. She's like, "That's amazing," and I'm like, falling right for the trap.
Yeah, well, they're
right
kids.
into the trap.
Oh man, I owe Max a lot of money.
What?
I'll end with this. So we got into a heated argument at dinner
you
2
and
nights
Max?
ago. Well, just about like he started betting me that he could beat me in what's the Super Smash Brothers.
Oh yeah,
because I've been teaching him how to gamble.
Great game.
And so
he starts a lot of fights.
Yeah, gambling on video games. Yeah, Smash Brothers will have adults fighting.
Yes.
So he's like, I bet you $10.
Jesus.
I could beat you at Super
Max
Smash
goes
Brothers.
hard, dude. I would never go $10.
And then I'm like, show me the money. Then he runs to his piggy bank and he gets out.
He's like, hey, I'm missing some money, Dad.
Shakes it out.
And then I'm like, $10. I'm like, listen. I'm like, and then Tommy, he's like, don't do it, Dad. He's like, he's good. He's real good.
Oh,
and
I
I'm
like Tommy's warning you.
And then I'm like,
Tommy's so sweet.
Don't do it. He's great.
And I'm like, yeah.
He's a shark.
But I'll get into his head. I'll start playing defense, and it's like
you'll just waste him out.
Like Street Fighter. It's like I just get in defense, and then they get near me. They're punching me. Defense. Jab. I'm like, I know. And then so
yeah, everything he's saying is right.
You
need to talk about when you play video games more.
We start betting $10. We're playing. I pick Kirby.
Is Crystal around or no?
Tommy whispered it's the strongest character.
Yeah, Team Kirby.
I like that Tommy's on your team.
And then,
or does he play both sides?
It sounds like he's playing both.
And then as I'm, well, it's not just left and right.
No.
Have you ever played this game before?
I'm falling off, getting rainbow blasted.
Rainbow blast.
And then he's like, "Oh, you already died." I'm like, "What?" And then I'm jumping up, and he has a machine gun, and he's shooting me. And then a rainbow blast again, and then so I lost 10, and then we started playing Double or Nothing, and then at a certain
point...
Had
you never played before?
No, but maybe we played one time when they got it's been years.
When is the last time you held a controller?
Well, no.
He was playing Mario not that long ago.
And by the way, Max is playing with the
that's how they play now.
Controller down by his waist.
Oh, Grandpa, that's how they play now.
I made him put the controller into...
Put the controllers into the... You got to make it look like...
That's a handicap. You can't do that. That's not how he likes to play.
No, I said I'm not playing you with the holding two separate
like
controllers.
Now you're putting rules on the play game?
He agreed.
You take your hat off when you eat dinner in this household.
I had to stop at one point because it was like
draining your bank account.
Like $70 or something.
I won't even say. It got to a point where I was like, all right, we'll, I'll make this right with you
Happy
later.
birthday.
yeah.
Here's a one wheel.
And then he wrote it down on a calendar.
Oh
how
my
much money I owed him.
Jesus.
And then, I'll chip away at it over the next couple months.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
All right, well, let's take a...
Wow.
Wow, that was it. New story.
Jesus Christ, man.
Gambling is coming
It's in the
back.
blood.
It's coming back to bite you, man.
And then he screamed, I always win. I'll gamble for life.
Okay.
It's like you can make easy money.
I love it. You're setting him on the right path. So it's great. The name of the band is Mutoid Man. The name of the song is Call of the Void. Let's rock and roll a little bit. We'll be back with more A Mediocre Time momentarily. 1-844-TOMNDAN. Show at TomandDan.com for emails.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Squirt. Squirt who? Squirt is P. You dumb rednecks.
Right about now, you are listening to the incredible
A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan, who kindly remind you that Squirt is P.
You came along when you were born. You rushed right in and locked the door. You gave me something to adore. Now I will lie awake no more. Could you stick around, my dear? She said to me with a little bit of side eye. I said, is there something in the middle? Could you love me just a little? I was hoping for it all. You came along when you were born. You rushed right in and locked the door. You gave me something to adore. Now I will lie awake no more. But you didn't want to talk it out. And no, you didn't want to help me now. And now we're never gonna work it out. But I never want to strike you down. I'm never gonna find you. You're never gonna touch me unless you're bored. You came along when you were born. You rushed right in and locked the door. You gave me something to adore. Now I will lie awake no more. You came along when you were born. You rushed right in and locked that door. You gave me something to adore. Now I will lie awake no
That's a good little jam, right?
Yeah.
Like a cool. I'm trying to pick like different music. I thought about throwing some jazz on here today, but I don't know. I mean, like, hey, welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. I want to remind you guys about Manscaped.
Manscaped.
You want to get a great gift for someone? You can get them the whole beard shaver kit.
Yeah.
It's hot out there. You want to be less hairy.
I got a question because, like, and this is for Manscaped, because you can get the normal shaver, like the one you have right there. That thing goes. By the way, I shaved myself, and my daughter caught me shaving my pubes.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Maisie caught me shaving my pubes over the toilet.
Was your ankle by your foot or by your face?
No,
Like
I just do it. I just, like, I do, like,
Yeah, reenact it right now.
You do the Captain Morgan?
I do. No. I don't do
like
the
you're
Captain
laying
Morgan.
an egg?
Because if I'm going to get in the thighs, I pull my balls up.
Oh, come on.
You get in the thighs.
Standing up or sitting down?
Standing. I always
Okay.
do it standing.
Yeah,
I never
smart.
sit down. If you sit down, you get the hair on your thighs because it'll come back on you.
Yeah.
But I pull it and I do that. Well, Maisie saw it and then she started giggling. She goes, "What are you doing?" And I go, "I'm shaving my pubes."
No.
With Manscaped.
No, don't say
No,
that.
but I did because they gotta learn. They gotta learn.
If that's not a commercial
They
waiting to
don't-
happen, I don't know what is.
She already knew.
Daddy, what's that?
Yeah.
It's Manscaped.
She's like, but here's the thing I figured out.
Don't
Here's-
show this part,
No, but
Tracy.
here's the thing I figured out. If you just tell them the truth,
Yeah.
they don't care.
No.
If you make up something crazy, they care because
Yeah.
they know you're lying. They're not idiots.
No.
So I say, "I'm shaving my pubes," and she just went, and laughed.
No,
That was
no,
it.
no.
Yeah.
Never to be seen again.
She wasn't ready for that answer. She wasn't ready for the truth.
I hit her with the truth.
Just,
No.
yeah, she
I
was
hit her
like,
with the
I'll
truth.
process this when I'm
And
older.
here's why Manscaped's going to like this is because that woman right there, because she will be a powerful woman one day. And if, God fearing that if Manscaped is still in business, she will gift her significant other, man or woman,
Right.
with a shaver from Manscaped
Yeah.
to keep their genitals
just to clean it out of
tight
their, yeah.
and right.
I had a stranger thank
Manscaped.
me the other day
Tom
for
and Dan
how my
20.
balls smell.
Manscaped, Tom and Dan 20, best commercial we've ever done.
Make sure you add that 20 at the
Print
end.
it. And in fact, Manscaped rep, kick us a little extra
Come on.
because it was so
20% off and free shipping
Yes.
worldwide.
Tom and Dan 20.
Worldwide, baby.
Tom and Dan 20.
Brendan O'Connor's here. How you doing, Brendan?
Hi.
Brendan.
Let's talk more about shaving balls.
Yeah.
All right.
What have you been up to, Brendan?
Not shaving my balls.
Oh,
I just went to
okay.
the Sam Smith concert.
Oh, did you?
I did.
How
and
was it?
You know what? Amazing. I wasn't
Amazing.
prepared. And also, don't take your kids to a Sam Smith concert because that was crazy.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, they were like eating each other
Was-
out. The dancers
was
were
it
like,
18 and up?
miming
Because that's happening a lot
cunnilingus
lately.
on the stage. Like, not just once, like multiple
I would
times
watch
through the show.
I
Was
would
it age
watch more
restricted or
mimes
no?
if they mimed cunnilingus.
I was blushing looking at these parents trying to explain what was happening on the stage with their kids. And I was like, you can't explain that.
Well, also, if you're letting your kids listen to Sam
can't.
Smith, you should have already known, right?
Yeah, that's true.
That's on you.
Sam makes me blush sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, he performs. You
And
know,
I was
he,
with a blind man.
he goes for it.
I went. My
sorry?
friend just started. I know, crazy. I buried the
Is this
lead.
a joke?
No, this is real.
I feel like
buried the lead.
we're walking a really tight.
You went with a blind man to a Sam Smith concert.
I
I
did.
mean, he can still
I
hear.
did. And it turns out he's famous. He's a famous blind man and
There's
famously
no
blind.
Ray
famous
Charles.
blind people.
All right. Gather around. Gather
I
around.
can't see
Get
it
your popcorn.
happening.
So I was doing bingo, and then this guy in the back kept. We have this thing.
I'm
if you're
blind.
close to getting, that's basically what he was doing.
Oh, okay.
If you get close to a bingo, you have to say something sexy, like "Oh Brenda, I'm close," and I'll say something dirty, like "Okay, I'm gonna finish you off. I'm gonna pull your pigtails.
my
Let me
God.
finish you off."
Hey.
And everyone loves it. And then so he,
Yeah, Maisie rides her bike down for it.
Yeah.
Not allowed. I can't say that.
I see kids going by the window, and I'm like, "Get out of here! I'm not grooming
No,
you."
May loves it. May loves Mr. Redneck.
Oh, they'll
Shoot.
kick the door down.
And this guy started yelling in the back. He was like, "Brenda, I'm gonna come!" And I was like, "Shut up! Who's saying that?"
that's
And
too far.
And I looked at him. He had his sunglasses on. He's holding his cane, and I was like, "Well, I can't get mad at you. You're blind." And then I was like, "Wait a minute." How the fuck are you playing bingo right now? And he turned out my friend is his executive assistant. He hired her to basically like take him out and go do stuff around town.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Which I was
or
like, well,
some
that's
people
neat.
call that eyes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So
And
she
so-
would say, like,
Yeah,
she would
she's
play
like, "Oh
bingo.
yeah, you got. Let me do your numbers." And then they were just getting drunk and
That's
having
the type
fun.
of
and-
assistant I want to do.
Yeah.
Does
And
she
so
have
then,
to,
and so she was like, "Well, let's go. We're going to go to Brendan. Come to Sam Smith concert with me. I got an extra ticket." And I was like, "Sure." She's like,
Nobody
"My
says
boss
that,
will
by
be
the
there."
way. Like,
I
that's
was
an
like, okay.
expensive ass
This is a
ticket.
stranger,
Whatever,
though, right?
just a stranger. And I
Okay.
show up and I was like, "Oh, it's the blind guy. It's the blind guy." And he was so funny. First thing he says is like, "Take advantage of my handicap. Let's see how close we can get to the stage. Just make people feel
I knew
bad.
handicapped
so I can
people
get
did
right
that.
up
I
there."
knew it.
And I was like,
I
"Who
knew
are you,
it."
man?"
Oh, yeah.
And then long story short, but I had to explain everything that was happening on the stage for this man. Because he couldn't see it, and it was kind
Well,
of
he could
fun.
hear the concert. That's good enough.
And he could hear
Sam
it.
Smith
And
is
we
in
were
a gold
dancing.
bustier, and
Yeah,
he's
but you know when
eating
people
out a
around you are
man.
reacting, you want to know why.
And they loved it. Everyone around us, this one girl was like, "How are you going to describe that dress that Sam Smith is wearing?"
Did
And
you
it was
ever
like,
tell
"I
him
just
something
did an
wrong?"
amazing job." No.
Like,
There
just
was
for
one
fun,
point where
just
this
to-
guy grabs his junk, and I was like, "That guy just wiggled his junk in us." He was like, and he was like, out of his pants, and I was like, "No, it was in his pants." He was like, "Oh, good, because I started to get a boner." That's what he said.
I like
And I
this
was
guy.
"You're
This guy's got
hilarious."
jokes.
And then he had to pee, so I had to I had to bring him to the bathroom and line him up to the urinal, and I was like, "Don't worry, if
Tom
I hear
has to do that with me.
if I hear splashing, I'm just gonna give you a kick and get you a little closer." And he was like, "Oh," and he loved it. And then
my
so at
God.
the end, he's telling me these stories.
Is this your new blind husband?
I love him. His name's Ivan Castro, and he is world famous. You
There's
can
a
look him
million Ivan Castros.
But look
feel
up
like
not
he should
I
be
know
Peter Blind.
5.
I feel like his name should be No Ivan
He
Castro.
hiked to the South Pole with Prince Harry and Alexander Skarsgård. He is
Wait, did you actually verify that?
I did.
You were on drugs.
He's world
This
famous.
never happened.
I was definitely on drugs,
This
but
is
I
great.
googled later,
This is
and
dope.
it's true.
He hiked to the North Pole,
To the South Pole.
with Prince Harry.
In Alexander Skarsgård, which is the Viking sexy vampire
Yeah.
from True Blood.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
He did it. He really did it.
That's
And he
dope.
had all these stories, and I was
How
like,
old is
God,
this
Alexander
man?
Skarsgård must be so sexy. And he was like, yeah, man, he's super fit. And I was like, well, how do you know? And he was like, well, I touched him. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, yeah, I take advantage of this. I knew he was
Oh my
famous.
God, I have a picture with Ivan and Harry right here.
He's
I'm
famous.
gonna put it up on Twitter.
And he's my
Yeah,
friend. I
send
helped
it
him
to me.
pee. So I'm one person away from Prince Harry. He's competed in the Invictus Games, which is the
that's a big deal.
Right,
That's Prince Harry's
huge
deal.
and he's won multiple things.
That's
He's
Prince
a medal
Harry's
winner.
whole deal. That's his whole baby, right? The
Yeah.
Invictus Games.
I don't know how much I should be talking about him, but that kind of set my week.
Pretty neat.
And I loved it.
Talk more about it. Because,
I mean, you met
he was just in, tactical for drag
Tactical
bingo.
Brewing came to my drag bingo, loved it. Then we went to Sam Smith because my friend is his new executive assistant. She's just helping him do correspondence with Prince Harry and Prince William.
There he is, touching the South Pole.
Yeah, he hung out. He was in the private quarters hanging out with the Queen. Like he knows all these people.
Yeah.
Is he holding a giant orb?
Yeah, I'm putting the
That's
picture
the South
up.
Pole.
Oh, there's an actual pole
Yeah.
there?
It's a pole.
I didn't know they put a big
And knowing
orb.
Ivan, he probably rubbed his junk on it because he's a dirty old man. He was so funny. He was like one of only 3 either blind or handicapped army captains.
captain, yeah.
He actually
He was
continued to
wounded
serve.
by a mortar shell during Operation Iraqi Freedom.
Wow.
And that's how he got
Yeah,
blind.
yeah. He took his glasses off to scare someone who got too close to him, and because it's like a little concave. He's so funny. He just doesn't give a shit.
That's awesome.
Just doesn't.
What a
great,
badass, right?
Badass. And he's still just wiry, fit.
Brendan might have the greatest life in the world.
Yeah, you have a fun life.
It's so interesting.
So he just
Well-
he just invited you to go to the Sam Smith
Well,
concert.
his assistant, my good friend Jackie, we were gonna go, and then I think she just kind of realized, hey, you know what? I bet this guy hasn't been to a concert in a while, and so she took him, and he had the best time.
So how
It's a
did
good concert to go to. Big name, great songs.
But how did he end up on the expedition to the
I'm
South
sorry, I'm
Pole?
laughing
with-
because somebody
invited.
somebody made a joke, and Butler was there, and he's like Truth Butler because he tells us these crazy stories, but they're actually real, and he
yours
has
are all
facts
real.
to back them up.
Oh, Butlers weren't real?
No.
Well, we don't know.
Well,
It's up for debate.
Okay, I don't want him to get mad because I love
No,
Butler.
it's up for debate.
Yeah, some of them are up for debate, and sometimes
Okay.
he just didn't realize what was happening at the time.
Oh,
And when he'd explain it to us, we'd be like, "Well, we know what that is." And
it's an interpretation.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I think.
He was
like
like-
his Titanic Ross.
social. I don't know, like real life dyslexic. He's
Well,
interpreting
no,
what's
maybe
happening
like
wrong.
the Double Dare one I'll use. Like he thought he was on the game show Double Dare.
Well, I think he stretched the truth.
Everybody
on that.
else here thought he was at the game show, like at
Walkthrough,
the
yeah.
walkthrough at Universal.
Oh,
It's up for debate.
okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
is
Amazing. So that was just one thing that happened
That's
this week.
rad.
I went after bingo. I went to Big Daddy's, which is becoming a thing now because they have karaoke
right.
every day. And there's something about Big Daddy's. It's it's chaos.
Yeah.
Anything
That's a
can
good way to
happen at Big
describe it.
Daddy's. There's
Well-
always a guy who sings in a hamburger costume. I'm a bearded woman in the back of the room. There were people doing it's like acro yoga for some reason. It was just so fucking weird. I was like in a circus tent and I'm smoking weed in the back,
what I'm
like
saying? His
looking
life?
at people. And then this guy,
God damn it.
not over. This,
I know.
This
I
Barbie
can't do this
looking,
with
Of
a
course
daughter.
it's not.
this like retired porn star lady came up to me.
I'm a retired porn star.
She was like, "I'm gonna touch your tits. You can touch mine." And
What
we
is
did.
happening?
And then her
Brendan
boyfriend came
O'Connor.
up. Her boyfriend came up, and he
I'm gonna
looked
touch
like
your dick. You can touch mine.
he looked super Peaky Blinders, like
so
he was in a time machine. And I was like, you know what? The way this night is going,
Dude, it's because they were dressed up as Barbie and Oppenheimer. That's why.
but
Because the movie just came out.
but not true because he was really Irish, and she said he's actually an Irish mobster.
Now, come on. Now I'm starting to believe your
And he
butt.
had
Hold
a-
on.
Learn,
And he had a
return.
No, and he had a
There's no
razor in his
fucking
hat.
way.
A razor in his hat.
No.
He did. It was all
A
there.
razor
It was
in his
all there.
Fucking hat.
They
And
were
he
fucking
didn't
with you then.
say one word to me, but he definitely touched my titty.
Oh. Well, that's happened to me.
And
at
looked me
BMX
right
too.
in the face. He looked me right in the face like he wanted me to say don't do it, and then he'd slice me with his razor blade or something. It was hot.
Tell
the whole
me
night
you
was
Oh
get
my
crazy.
God.
I'm going to touch your tit.
I know.
No,
And
you
all
don't
my
say-
friends
don't
were
say
like,
that.
"Why?"
Scottish. That was
My
Scottish.
friends all saw me talk to them forever, and they were like, "What were you doing?" I was like, "I was trying to wave you down to come save me."
Yeah.
I was
This guy's
trapped
gonna slice up my fat tits.
with a retired porn star and an Irish mobster who were gonna eat me. Yeah. You know,
Conor McGregor's
yeah.
gonna cut my tits off with his razor blade.
And then banger my mash.
Yeah.
You have to take Tom to one of these.
Oh, that's a great show. Brendan.
Yeah.
No, but Brendan takes him out and goes full Brendan.
Yes.
Oh.
It's got to be like.
But
You'll never know where you end up.
No, but
that evening.
I'll ruin it. I always ruin everything. Like people tell me about these crazy
Go
adventures.
with the flow, man.
And then I show up, and then it's dead. No one's there, and they're like, "Man, yeah."
No,
Oh, you're the orb.
Yeah. And they're like, every Saturday it's always crazy. The mobsters, the
I don't know what's
And then
wrong.
nothing
Normally it's
Yeah,
popping
yeah.
here.
Yeah, it's just one guy playing pool.
When I'm in drag, people always try to come up to me and try to tell me about like dead relatives, or they try to like.
Oh, you're
read
the therapist.
Try to read my
Why?
aura. You know, I don't know. There's something like witchy, like other vibe, I guess, when people see
About
a
you
drag
in
queen,
drag?
and then me in drag, they, it's like, it's still me. It's just me, a hairy thumb of a Canadian gay guy in a dress is really what it is. But then they'll come up to me and they just start telling me everything, and I have to sit there like, God, I don't have enough weed.
Do they think you're a fortune teller?
Kinda. Or sometimes they're fortune tellers and they try to tell me about shit that's gonna happen to me.
Wow,
and
what
I'm
were-
like,
what were
this
you
is all
told?
unsolicited. Can I just eat a shitty pizza and watch
weird.
people do karaoke?
What
please?
were you
Oh
told?
my God,
You know?
Brendan is me.
I love how grumpy you were today. I'm loving
Oh.
it. What did you? What did this lady tell you? Like, what is she? She read your future?
It
or-
was like keep
It's the
being
Jay
your
Moore.
authentic self, and
Yeah.
good things will happen. You know, don't be your own roadblock. And I was like, shut up, Tracy. Get out of here. You're drinking.
I say that to
Pabst
Tracy,
Blue
too.
Ribbon. Yeah.
Shut up.
I wonder what the psychology behind that is. If like someone dressed in drag, and you're just like, I feel compelled to tell. This
That's what
person
it is.
Like,
Especially, it's always straight women, straight middle-aged women,
The worst.
who like are traditionally the hottest chicks in the room, you know. And then I breeze in, and there's like, I don't know if it's like
jealous of your glamour.
yeah, or like a dog that needs to come rub itself on you to like let you know that it's in charge. It's kind of like that. I feel like they're like marking me to be like, I'm the hot bitch.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, yeah. They feel
Yeah.
threatened by you.
I think that's a little bit of
like
it.
just so you know,
Yeah.
you're distracting. So I'm gonna come over
Yeah.
and put a little of me on you to
and let
you
my
know.
friends know,
Yeah.
and or almost they're like to let you know that they're not conservative, or you know, or something, or maybe it's to piss off their boyfriend who
I'm
is
cool with
conservative.
how.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know I'm
Yeah.
cool with whatever you're doing.
Whatever this is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something like that.
Yeah, I like that.
That's bullshit.
And then I'm like,
Yeah.
at this point of the night,
Yeah, but you
know,
can't. Who
we're
cares?
just lucky I have pants on, or something.
Right,
you know,
yeah,
like,
whatever.
Can we all just agree that I'm just happy to be alive right now?
How many straight dudes
oh.
hit on you though?
I'm an imposing, suspiciously large woman when I'm in a dress, so it, not
Some guys
tons.
like that.
I get lots of free
Yeah.
drinks.
I bet.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I never look at what's in them. So
Jesus.
Yeah, God.
Don't go to Mango's. They're
Damn.
slipping shit in people's
Oh,
drinks at Mango's.
That's what I say. Free drugs.
choose your own adventure. Yeah. Whose trunk am I going to end up in tonight?
We got to get Tom out there
As long
with
as
you.
they drive me home after.
You look both
that's why I
afraid
like-
and excited like right now.
Well, only because Brendan can get away with that joke for some reason. And then it's the only way in the world that joke can
Yeah,
be told.
yeah.
And so that was last Saturday. What happened on Sunday?
That was Tuesday. That was
Tuesday.
Tuesday,
That was
dude.
Tuesday.
That
That's
was
the
Regular
middle
old
of the
Tuesday
goddamn
night.
week.
I was gonna
Tuesday
say,
night.
motherfucker, that's a school night.
Yeah.
School schmool. Yeah, I don't know. Then I'm just getting ready to go home. I'm going to
Nice.
Canada for a
Hey.
couple weeks, which is very exciting.
When's the last time you went?
4 or 5 years ago. I lost track.
You're gonna
Again, it's the weed. I smoke a lot.
You're gonna document it.
Yeah, I'm actually bringing up Jim Hobart, who does Legacy Life Project here
Yeah.
locally. He's a photographer, and he does video storytelling projects with seniors and people's families. So
That's
he'll come and sit with seniors and then document their lives. And so he's going to come up and do a video on my dad, who's getting up there. And if you think I have stories, you are not ready for the shit that my dad will tell you.
God, I want to
That's
meet
awesome.
Brendan's dad.
Yeah, we want to meet your dad. We've
Yeah.
heard enough of the stories, and
We'll
I
just
feel
watch
like,
the video when it's done. We'll just
Yeah,
say that.
exactly. We've only had
Yeah.
like maybe 10 or 12 stories, and I feel like tip of the iceberg.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's so many more.
He's
that
almost died a million times. He drove like a Zamboni. Not a Zamboni. What do you call the things? It's like a trail packer for cross-country skiing. It just like drags like a thing.
I don't know what that's called.
Yeah. It's like
Drove it over ice and fell through a lake, and there was nobody around, and he had to like keep himself alive until they found him.
Oh, really?
As a real man.
Yeah.
And so
got bit by a wolf. Like
what?
Yeah, in his butt.
Wolf in his ass.
Well, I mean, you can't really fight him off back there.
No.
I mean,
it was at a research station where they had penned wolves, and they were in the pen, and Dad turned his back to the wolf to take a piss, which, like, shut up. Like, I know not to do that.
Right.
And the wolf just went right up and got him.
He got comfortable with him. You probably pissed in front of Malachi.
So
is
Malachi's house cleaner?
No, there was a wolf.
He used to take care of a wolf.
Yeah, he broke its heart. They told him not to get attached to it. He got attached to it, and then he left.
just abandoned him.
Yeah, and then the wolf died of broken heart.
What?
No.
Oh, yeah.
They got it all wrong. So anyway.
What? That's a Disney movie.
Yeah.
I'm glad
It is Jungle Book.
Yeah, he killed the wolf.
I'm glad, Brendan, that you're recording your dad's stories because I often think like, shit, I had mobile recording equipment. I could have recorded like my pop-ups.
You
stories.
talked about it a little
Yeah,
bit.
you didn't think he'd be down.
It's tough. It's good to have another person do it because there might be stories they don't want to tell
That's
if you're
true.
there, or
Right.
maybe it's easier telling a new face.
It's easier with a stranger, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great idea.
We're gonna see. Dad is getting very nervous right now. He also doesn't want to be like the old guy on the video. He has a crisis.
right.
And I have somehow now popped his bubble that 80 is old. You know, like, sorry, Dad.
Sorry.
Yeah. No one wants to. Yeah. No one wants to hear
Perfectly
it.
said.
Yeah,
sorry.
you're a grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you still have the brain that you did when you
Yeah.
were 40.
Or at least you think you do.
Well, your thoughts don't age, right? Like your thoughts don't age.
Well, your
It's
brain
still the same thought.
Your brain does age, but your personality, your mentality doesn't.
I'm not talking about my brain. I'm
You
talking
know.
about my thoughts.
Your
They're
ego.
the same.
Like, I remember my pop-op told me when he was like 88, and then he's like, I was sitting in his garage, he's like, I feel young. I feel like I did.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I feel no different than I did when I was 50. And then I was like, holy shit. I was like, quit telling me that, old man. You're scaring the shit out of me. I thought you got, once you were old, you had like an old personality. You're like, I'm old now. And then it's like, your young brain is stuck in your old body.
Yeah.
We're all gonna get there.
Well, I remember when my dad, I was talking to my dad about this one particular time, and he,
No, right. Come on.
Is this a reenactment or are you stroking?
Mitch.
No, come on.
Mitch, are you okay?
So,
Mitch, step over here, Mitch.
I do that every day. I do that. So like, when I saw that video, I was like, "That's what I do."
Don't do that to me. I really thought you were.
No, I do that.
He's too high. Don't do that to him.
I am not kidding when I tell you that I do that.
I didn't know what to do.
I do it in front of this computer every morning. I get in
God.
here and I sit in front of it. I'm like,
I'm sweating.
and I see you doing it.
Look, you just gave him a panic attack.
Shitty couch over here. You make everybody sit on this couch, and we all just
stinks.
collapse back in it. And we all got neck
Watch out for
chins
the
that
knives
just-
and the cushions.
Like nobody has any necks on this couch. Don't sit here. It's just like chins in the chest. Who sits
You're like
here?
Jake Paul over there.
Don't you know not to take anything Daniel does seriously? Never anything.
But one day it's gonna be real.
But
I'm just a sweet, naive Canadian.
But here's the
I
thing.
don't know.
Yeah, you'll one time when he really has a problem, we're gonna be wrong. But the other 99 times is
and we're gonna be laughing, and then we're like,
I
oh.
don't want it to happen here. I don't want it to happen. when
What
I'm
would you
here.
do if I died right
Mouth
now?
to mouth.
Well, I laugh because I think it's fake. Because everything you do is fucking around.
You know, I've thought about that. Like, he's getting mad. I thought about.
Jesus.
Yeah, I like mad
He
talk.
started crying one time, like back. This happened 20 years ago.
You scarred him.
Oh, like emotional?
No, like
He's never. When he brings this up, you know you got to the real.
Yeah.
No, we were just sitting in the goddamn old.
I'm just minding my own business.
No, we were in the little editing.
old
booth.
radio.
Trying to jack off in his office like a normal person. He turned around and Dan's crying in the corner.
I did I kept my eyes open like for a really long time. Like this, I kept them open.
So the air was getting to
and I
it.
get the air on it, and I
Oh, it was fake crying.
Yeah.
and then it starts to run down my face a little bit, and I'm like,
And you hated that?
and I turn, and he turns around, and he goes, "What's wrong, man?" I go, "She's gone."
Then I froze because I can't.
You did the McConnell.
I don't know how to give people any sort of consolement or whatsoever.
Yeah,
I'm
he didn't know what to do.
consoling
He was
anybody.
like,
You started. You said, what's wrong?
Yeah. But that's how far,
That's as far as he gets.
Because I thought something. I was like, what? I was like, is there some smoke? Yeah, like, I didn't
Should we
know.
call somebody
And
to
then
come here?
Yeah, but then when I realized it was emotional, that's when I freezed.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
oh, I can't help you with there.
It does not compute.
And then he just started laughing. He's fucking around with me. And then I was like, never take this motherfucker seriously again.
God damn.
Like, anything he
Why
does,
he doesn't trust you.
everything he
Trust is
says
broken.
is a joke or some sort of lie.
My dog doesn't
Just
go to the
wants
vet
be a
anymore.
joke.
Yeah.
He says horrible things and all that. Any sort of serious thing he tells me is going to be a joke. He's fucking around too much.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry. So,
made me
what
laugh.
Next
else
time
is
you
going
should
on?
cry and see what he does.
No.
Never cries.
Yeah. Well,
We'll
Ever,
know
ever?
then that something real bad
Oh,
happened.
yeah. If you catch Tom crying,
Oh, my
I'm just going
gosh.
to run away.
It'll freak Daniel out too much.
That's how
Yeah,
you
I'd
go.
run away. I'd be like, oh, shit,
You
it's
would
happening.
not. You'd drop your pants.
Oh.
You'd love it. You'd be like, yeah, cry, bitch.
Oh my God.
I'll never cry
I've
for
been
you.
waiting. I've been waiting all my life for Tom
Finally.
to cry. Show
Do
some
your boys
emotion.
cry? Or they got the gene?
Max does. Tommy doesn't. Tommy's got the gene.
Only when you hit him.
No. We're just he holds his emotions.
Tom would
inside.
never.
Oh.
Or he doesn't have the same ones, or he doesn't want to
Yeah.
show someone crying.
So he'll just tuck it away.
Yeah.
Does he
just-
hit animals?
No.
okay.
He's not psycho. What the hell, Brendan?
Trying to figure out why your kid doesn't show any feelings, because most of the times they're psychopaths.
No, it's not that he's showing. He has feelings.
valid
he just
question.
Doesn't, he doesn't
2023.
cry. He feels embarrassed by crying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
May's
And
like
I
that
do
too.
too.
Yeah, May's like that too. She gets a little bit of. She's a hybrid, like right in between, where she'll be like, I don't want to cry, but now I am. Like it's like that, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Performative.
So, should we take a break and then come back?
Whatever you guys want to do, man.
Brendan,
I-
before
Do you need a break?
we do need a break. We're about to
Yeah.
get one, but we
Yeah.
have recorded a lot of shows for next week.
Yeah, we have.
Really.
Really good shows. This was a great idea.
So, anyway, what's going on in the next couple of weeks, Brendan? That
Around
Bungalower
town.
wise,
Yeah,
or just
yeah.
around town?
Yeah, is there anything that
Oh, man.
that you could think about that is coming up? And
okay.
it's hot now, so I feel like a lot of things hold off until September.
Yeah.
Right?
Can I? We got some bungalower stuff coming
Yeah,
up.
please
Sure.
plug
Yeah.
whatever you want.
/ the distillery in Winter Park. They're right behind the porch.
Oh, nice.
They make blends of all different kinds of booze, and so they just opened not too long ago. They started with whiskey and bourbon. They're releasing their first ever rum release this Saturday. And
Rum is very popular right now.
Yeah, we're doing a wet hot rum summer party on Saturday, so
Hey.
we'll be there drinking that with them. And then that meadery, the new mead, they make mead
Yeah.
in Mills 50. They're opening in August. I want to say August 10th.
What's the name of that place?
Zymerium.
Zymerium.
Yes.
Somebody asked me online, is that even a real word? Yeah, Zymerium or is
I mean, it's like making mead.
yeah, I sent him the
Yeah.
definition. It's basically means fermentation. So
Yeah,
yes,
it's like a Latin thing. Right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
We're gonna be doing a party on Sunday for Bungalower Buddy members, so that's like our BDMs. They get access to it before it opens to everybody else.
Oh God.
With one free drink, and then we're doing something with Lobos Coffee. We're gonna release a Bungalower Coffee. On the 1st, we're doing like a flight though at Lobos Coffee in Audubon Park, and so people will have a chance to sample the flight and vote for their favorite, and then the one that wins is the one that we're gonna sell.
Very cool.
So,
Yeah.
when you make your decision, Brendan, to go out on the weekend, and do you get told what's going on by friends? Do you just randomly pick an event because you know all the stuff going on? Like, what's
how do you curate it?
Yeah.
Well, generally it has to do with like, is it like a community partner that we need to go support? That happens a lot.
Oh yeah. Business first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
how.
yeah,
With
yeah,
Scotty
like that,
loves.
yeah.
He's like, "Where are we going this week? What? Can we just go do this? Can I just go sit at Hideaway and eat a burger
Hey, I
with
wanna do
A1
that.
sauce?"
Yeah, he
And
can do that with me. That's great.
That's all he wants to do.
Oh yeah.
Eat pickles and
Yeah.
rub his belly.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Like a bear, like a little bear man.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I have an innate sense of what's cool.
Yeah.
You gotta do though, man.
I'm like a Donnie Darko. I just follow my evil Care Bear belly button around town, go with my gut and see where it leads me. Yeah, I
Like,
don't know.
what would you do?
We do an event pick
Like-
thing on Friday, so I'll know like what the cool shit is happening that weekend, and then I'll probably choose like 3 things.
Do you
to
get
check
people that hit you up with stuff and it's not cool, and then
Yeah,
you have
all
to
the
tell
time.
them this isn't cool, I'm not going to talk about it?
out? Yeah, sometimes because we curate the calendar. Like
Right.
most community calendars for like or the Orlando Weekly or the Sentinel, like you can self-submit your event. We don't do that. Like it's literally everything that's in that calendar we did by hand because we believe in it. You know, we know that people will go to it because it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but generally, if it's like it has to be downtownish,
Right.
you know, in our coverage area. So I have some outs. I don't necessarily have to tell them it just because
Yeah,
it
so
sucks.
you're like us. You get a
But-
list of excuses. So when
Yeah.
people ask you, like,
Oh, yeah.
I want to be a client, you're like, oh,
Oh wait, I have a button for that, and
yeah.
it's out of coverage area.
Yeah.
That's the
Interesting, man.
All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, Sam's going to read another Shart
Oh,
story.
yes.
They keep
this-
going.
Is this the one that complained they should have won? or
That's
was it-
correct.
okay.
Yeah. It's a long,
This
long
has been the
story.
most complaints we've ever had.
Is this
Like,
about what? Shart Week?
Yeah,
another one,
people
We got
don't
so
think-
many entries this year that Sam.
This guy emailed me to tell me that he was mad that I didn't choose his because his quote was definitely better than all the rest
Yeah.
except for Owen's.
Well, like I had multiple people that hit me up and said Owen should have never won. Too close.
They
to
thought
the
we
show.
cheated.
We gave it to a friend. you
No,
know.
we really waived
Yeah,
that.
we really did, but they don't believe it. I mean, but hey, you know,
You
I mean,
can't make every
I
Shart
like.
happy.
I kind of like the controversy. It kind of pulled me back in. You know, I was getting. You know, I was ready to let it.
They're
sail.
that mad?
mad.
hate mail
Yeah.
over Sharts.
What I'm
Yeah.
hearing is maybe we have a Shart Week follow-up evening, and people have to read it out loud like a spoken word competition.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
And
so
then
creative.
they can vote.
So creative.
Have them
like
go to one of your
live sharting,
watering holes.
Live shart.
Yeah, live Shart.
Like
Swimming with Sharts.
that's not bad.
Shart poetry.
Shart
Yeah.
poetry.
You're
A shart in the
eating-
dark.
You're eating your burger. You're like,
Scotty's like, shut him up.
I don't know.
I'm just trying to have my burger with A1 sauce on it.
Just
Scotty
A1.
leaves, he gets in the car, drives away.
I want to co-host that. Can we do that?
Yeah,
There.
we'll work on it. Hold on, it's out of our coverage area. I'm sorry.
What we're hearing is people feel like they're not being heard, right?
About their short story.
And we're
yeah.
gonna give them a chance to be heard, and then everyone will be happy.
Well,
This is
I'm reading one a week now, so
Yeah,
they're gonna get heard.
We have a steady stream of
Oh.
them.
Of Shart?
Yeah. The name of the band is our artist rather. Man, that's gross. MJ Linderman. The name of the song is Rudolph. We'll be right back.
Rudolph waking up in the road, dew dripping off his red nose.
You're listening to the industry leader, radio guys turned podcasters. And now the whole town is sucking our dicks.
Oh, yeah.
You're listening to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. Oh, yeah. Don't forget to lick our balls, bitch.
Queen doing?
Wait, who?
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, okay, what happened?
What queen?
She's on the camera. Or she's
on your
the...
laptop.
I don't know. I think that's was still the Prince Harry story. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, welcome back to the show, everybody. That was work unit. There you go. Wonk unit. Pardon. Wonk unit. Don't have my glasses. Wonk unit. It's British. Wonk unit, eh?
So should we get right into this email?
I think we should.
Shark Week email.
Yeah. I don't really have an intro because I every time we're done with Shark Week, I put it away.
Do you sure you want to eat pizza while I'm reading this, Brendan?
Bring it.
Okay. Wow. It's a challenge.
All right, it's good pizza. If the pizza's good enough, you'll eat through the diarrhea story.
From Ailstone.
Yeah, it's good.
Hey, Sam. Let me start off by an apology for what you're about to read.
Oh, no.
It says, here we go. It looked like a shart. It was much worse than that. It was a cool spring morning. The dew had settled on the grass overnight, would soon evaporate, leaving the usually arid Denver climate with a hint of humidity.
Oh, great.
A feeling that had
Louis
become...
L'Amour here is writing a Western.
A feeling that had become foreign to me since I left the state of Florida and moved to Colorado in search of a better life and better opportunities. I would soon learn that the only thing I would find better were the sharts. As I made the hour-long commute to my place of business, my thoughts drifted to how greatly my opinion of my company had changed since I started here 7.5 years ago.
Oh, my God.
You do shit your pants more when you have a commute. I want to point that out.
Yeah.
Because I had a commute. Remember, the only short story I have that's really worthy of telling is when I was driving an hour to work for Ed Till in my Bronco 2, and I shit myself on the St. John's River Bridge.
A sharp pinch between my buttocks disturbed my thoughts briefly, but the pain quickly faded, and my thoughts returned to the meeting that was being held that morning. The meeting was between the man who had denied my promotion to a greater role and the employees who have been under my leadership.
Oh, this story has a villain.
Though he never made his intentions
Sounds
known
like it's
before the
everyone
event,
else's fault already.
every
Well,
fiber of my being knew that he intended to use this meeting to slander my colleagues who had turned their resignation notices following the news that my promotion had been denied. I played through the scenarios in my head of how I would interrupt his lies and explain the truth, that his incompetence had driven my peers out of the company and that I would soon follow. One scenario after another played through my mind until I finally pulled into the parking lot of the office.
I feel like this is secession or something.
It's a 3-page long
Yeah,
email.
this is like a business.
If this doesn't end with him sharting on the manager who denied him the
Right?
promotion.
My coworker Tom was in the parking lot waiting for me. He would be the lone remaining manager in our office after my departure, which was in the works unbeknownst to our despised leader, and I knew that fact weighed heavily upon him. As I parked my small Chevy Colorado, he approached the door, intent on communicating something thought of importance to him.
Sam, can you make it sound a little bit more like nerdy?
What do you mean?
Like I need a voice. Like
No.
Good answer. Yeah,
I'm struggling to get through this.
Okay.
I stepped out of the truck and he started to ask me a question. Before he could finish his thought, I turned and leaned into the truck, reaching deep inside the vehicle for my telephone, which was in the center console. It was at that moment that I froze. I stared in absolute horror at a brown stain no less than 6 inches in diameter that had appeared in the cloth of my driver's seat. Tom had stopped talking, and I realized that my rear end was pointed up in the air, and he was probably staring at a matching brown stain on my jeans.
Oh my god.
Fuck, I screamed, breaking my personal code of never uttering a curse over PG-13 in the workplace.
What?
I jumped
still
back into the
outside.
driver's seat of my truck and peeled out, leaving Tom just standing there, mouth agape.
No, you didn't.
Let's go back to the beginning now, and I'll take a break from the fanciful writing. A few weeks before this unfortunate event, I was taking my morning deuce, and I felt a lump between my butt cheeks as I scrubbed my third eye. I knew right then that it was definitely 100% and beyond a shadow of a doubt ass cancer. I decided to do what I would do with every other ailment
It's a hernia.
that I have and ignore it until it goes away or kills me. A week later, when it had doubled in size, I started doing research and learned that it was most likely an abscess. I gathered that they are more likely when you are obese and have had
You had a hernia.
and COVID had certainly done a lot of damage to my normally husky figure.
I mean, I had a ball. Remember, I had the
Hemorrhoid.
ball.
It's
and
a
then
hemorrhoid.
It's a hemorrhoid. You got to
Yeah,
soak it in
cool.
the hot water to get it to go away.
We talked about that last.
This guy tried to blame COVID.
Well, he's saying he got a little heavier.
Must have
over
been the
COVID.
vaccine got me.
I tried hot baths to encourage it to drain on
My
its
balls
own.
got smaller, but my hemorrhoids got bigger.
Those are your new balls, sir.
I tried hot baths to encourage it to drain on its own, and after another week,
God.
when that didn't work, I decided to take a more aggressive approach and lance the thing.
No, you don't do that. No, that's why I know this
Gross.
guy's full of shit. Because you don't do that. That's how you die.
That's how you die. Oh, now we're mad.
I learned
don't do
two
that.
things from my attempt at lancing. Number one, it's really hard to accurately poke a needle in a place you
hate
can't
this.
see, no matter how much prep work you do.
I don't like this.
Number two, I am
I'm really mad.
Yeah,
I am
even
not-
Tom is like,
I am non-responsive to
it.
lidocaine, so I tried to push the lance into the very sensitive area right next to my brown eye. The pain became too great to keep going. I could break the skin, but not penetrate the abscess. Next, I tried syringes. I could get those pushed into my butt, but several attempts, day after day, suck the juice out of my abscess yielded no results.
Oh,
Also,
God.
you were not trying to suck the juice out of your own abscess.
After my attempts to self-treat the problem, I decided that I would go back to my original plan and it would go away or I would die.
that's why healthcare is so important.
Right?
You know what I
It
mean?
is. It really is.
It's so
This
important.
is a medical problem.
got
It's a
people-
medical problem Monday. It's Shark Week.
Yeah, like this
Cut
is.
to-
I thought you were supposed to shit your pants, not lance the ball like the cancer.
Cut to the fateful day on the drive to work. The pinch I felt was the abscess finally popping and draining.
Oh, that must
God.
felt like good. The good as fuck.
No.
Oh,
Disgusting.
Oh, so that wasn't poop.
Oh, come on.
All of the poking must have given it an easy avenue to drain, and it did so with a gusto. There was so much more blood and pus than I ever
No.
expected because the thing had formed a deep pocket inside my butt muscle.
No.
The infected blood had turned a deep reddish brown color that looked to my pal Tom like I had shit my pants in the truck seat.
Oh.
After I drove off, I scrambled for what to do next. I drove to a Home Depot nearby to use their bathroom. For whatever
No,
reason,
no.
every single employee this day made sure to acknowledge my presence. The first one directed me to the bathroom in the very back of the store. I walked past what seemed like the entire population of Denver and finally got to the bathroom where I hid in a stall and furiously scrubbed my pants and underwear with paper towels. Another dude
now
was
you
in the
just go
bathroom.
home.
Another dude was in the
Yeah,
bathroom
why
and I
isn't he at
knew
home? Why is he doing this in a public place?
it's an hour away. I knew he was
Yeah,
wondering what the hell I was doing in there, so I got out before he could see me.
This is too far to win.
yeah.
This is too far to win.
Well, it's not a shard either.
Well, this is like we asked for
But
a
I'm finishing
horror
it.
movie.
God damn it.
This is like what was the best horror movie of 2023, and somebody hands you an actual snuff film and says, "Watch this." No, it's
I'm
too
pretending
much.
I'm not here anymore. I'm just gonna finish.
Not
it.
even fun. Not even fun
I hadn't
anymore.
really done much for the stain on my pants, but I couldn't stay there any longer. I bought a case of water on my way out, too embarrassed to grab more items to clean
Or
my
how
truck.
about some new pants?
I left the depot and drove down to Lowe's, where once again, every employee greeted me once I was in the door.
Just go home.
This bathroom was empty, so I was able to wet some paper towels and went through a half a dozen rounds of wet towels
He's
before
just going around wiping his butt in public places.
You like it. If
Before
you
the-
have an abscess and a bloody ass and you're just going around to different big box store after big box store wiping your ass with cheap paper towels, you love it.
This is the most real thing that's ever happened to him in his whole life, and he was milking it for the whole day.
Before the blood stopped rubbing off on the towels and I could start using dry towels to dry up the huge wet spot I'd made. Now that the stain was mostly gone and I had a man pond wedged securely between my ass cheeks, I grabbed some cleaning solution and those heavy-duty blue shop towels. I drove around until I found a mostly abandoned area behind a shopping center.
Home.
With just one bum van watching me, and I spent the next half hour pouring bottles of water on the seat and scrubbing it. I was never able to get the stain out and ended up having to put a seat cover on it to hide the stain, as I knew that they would accuse me of purposefully damaging the truck. Mechanics being mechanics, I knew...
it's a company truck.
Yes. Mechanics being mechanics, I knew once the truck was turned in, he would tell everyone I shit the truck, and that reputation would follow me for the rest of my life. When I returned to the office, my coworker made no mention of me running off, nor did he ask where I was over the hour and a half that I was gone. He just told me that the guy in charge had indeed said a lot of things to the people to discredit me and the other managers who were leaving, and I wasn't there to stop him. The worst part was that it didn't just pop and drain the once. It continued draining for several more weeks, so I'd have to wear and constantly change my mampons to keep the blood from soaking through my pants.
Go to the hospital!
Yeah, you gotta go to the doctor, man. Yeah, this is not a Shark Week
I
story.
left the job shortly after.
This is not.
I was so
This really brought the show
traumatized
down.
by the incident that I started an
This ruined
extreme
the show.
fasting diet.
You fucking ruined the show.
You did.
I quit. You ruined the fucking show. Brendan quit. I quit. The listeners that are here, they're throwing their fucking pizza up. you ruined the fucking show.
I was traumatized by the incident. I started an extreme fasting diet. Remember that obesity is a cause, and lost 40 pounds over the next
I
5.5
don't care.
months.
You ruined the show. I don't care.
The depression in my butt cheek remained for about the same period of time.
Don't
Tom
care.
and I have a pretty good relationship and constantly antagonize one another, but he never
What?
once brought up the event, so I know he thinks
Who
I
is this?
shit my
Somebody I
pants.
know?
No, Tom was his coworker.
Oh, I thought this is you.
This incident happened before Shark Week 2021, but I didn't enter because I was so ashamed. I haven't even told my wife what happened.
This is
the
no sh-
company is suing me now. Fuck my life. And then he signed, I hope
For
you're
what?
happy.
Why are they
Now,
suing?
he insisted I read this.
Why are they suing you?
On the
That's
next-
not a shit
maybe
your pants
for
story.
maybe for the shit truck.
That's not a shit your pants
Well,
story.
that's why he did not get chosen as a nominee, but he was really upset about it.
Oh, they don't. A company's not going to sue you for
shitting
staying
a
in
truck.
I'll tell you what.
I mean, they could be suing him for something else.
Stop treating this show like your confessional booth. These are not priests.
Well, Tom
We're
asked
not
for these
here to
stories.
absolve you of your sins.
That's the
and
last
your-
one.
And
Oh.
No more.
Yeah.
Wow.
No
Yeah.
more.
So no more for the rest?
No, yeah.
You done?
yeah,
All right.
I'm
All
done
right.
with it.
You heard it.
I can't take it
crazy.
anymore.
He said it. He said what he
That
said.
wasn't even a true shark.
Yeah, still
that
though.
was
no,
he
none of this-
lanced his own butt.
We
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
I mean, no
He's
one's
a
going to
monster.
sponsor the show.
Yeah, you are a monster.
Like, no one,
He's a monster.
You're a horrible person if you do that. Go to
know-
the hospital.
You know what that story did make me think of, though?
That's when people show up at the hospital and the nurses are like, "You did what?
Why would you
You
do
did
that? Yeah.
what to yourself?"
Like the nurses want you to go there so you can live. They don't want you to lance your own asshole.
Yeah, and come back with like a knitting needle shoved up your butt. Like,
That-
who is this guy?
I
What's
know
his name?
I know some
Adam.
nurses. They don't care if you live.
Okay, there you
No,
go.
no, I'm
It's
joking.
confirmed.
I'm joking. Anyway,
I hate
you know,
There it is. There was the last Shark Week story you'll ever hear, I guess.
None of the ever here. 'Cause we're not doing
No,
a
no.
Friday
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
Yeah. This
too
much.
much.
Yeah,
Poop is funny. Accidental poop is funny. That story was ridiculous.
So,
Okay.
you guys remember
Fair enough.
when we were younger,
that on Yelp.
when you'd use the bathroom at like grocery stores or other big stores, you had to walk into the back of like the facility and like through. Like I remember
Yeah,
Winn
yeah.
Dixie, you had to walk through
the whole store.
No, the
the
vinyl.
back, the vinyl,
vinyl.
and then go and
Oh,
use.
well,
Yes.
Yeah.
And
There's,
you-
there's still a few that are like that.
Yeah, Tom and I are genuine Florida trash freshman, and when you were a kid, you'd have to go through
like the meat
shop. It's like these vinyl curtains that like
it's to keep the refrigeration in.
Yeah,
it was like employees only too.
Yes.
And then like you walk, and then there was like the janitor's bucket, and then like boxes,
the warehouse,
so a bunch of banana boxes.
You would use the warehouse bathroom.
All the warehouse workers shit it up bad.
So the toe tapping homosexuals in the back who were making out in the bathroom hear you coming. You got to hear that flap of the plastic closing behind you. Hurry, get in your own stall.
Like when I was
they
a
use
kid,
those flaps in like haunted houses at Halloween Horror Nights, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Scrim.
But
flaps.
It was scary using the grocery store bathroom. Like you never wanted to do it.
No.
And now they got like it's up front now, and it's clean as hell. Like
well,
kid's
you're thinking
got a
Publix.
I remember
even when Dixie
go to your finest
gas station
Save-A-Lots.
bathrooms. My mom and dad. I remember when you'd have to go inside the gas. Well, first of all, you go inside the gas station. My dad would go in to get us. We didn't want 12-ounce cans of soda. We wanted like what were they? 16? The glass. Before we had these like
you want a glass
these 20 ounces. You'd get but it was a Fat Boy.
Okay.
Like
a stubby?
this is how old I am. At 47, when I was a kid, when you'd go in a convenience store to get a bottle of soda, like a little bit bigger than a can, it would be in a stubby bottle.
That's fun.
That was like 12 ounces or 16 ounces.
Oh,
but
like
it was
like the
glass.
The
glass
Coors
stubby.
banquets, right? Where they're like the little stubby.
Just like that, except it had a twist on top. And that was you would get that, right?
Or like a red stripe, right?
Yeah, like a red stripe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like a little, you'd get like all of them, Coke, Pepsi, all of them did it. And then you'd go and you'd ask the guy, may I use get the key for the restroom? And they'd give you a piece of wood with a fucking key on it.
Yeah.
And you'd go outside and you'd open the door and the wood would stay in the door. Like you could lock it, but like I think the key would most of the time the key would stay inside the door, and you'd go in there. And I remember how terrified I was because all of these bathrooms were just like disgusting and scary, and they had like curse words written on the walls. But when you're a little kid and you read a curse word, you think that the person that wrote the curse word is somewhere around there. At least I do. I'm like the guy that wrote the N-word here, or swastika is here, or has been here, and he wants to
come back at any time.
Yeah, and he wants to kill me.
But the gas stations haven't evolved that much. Like some of them still do have the
still can't poop in public because he's afraid of the man with the hook.
Maybe that's why I hate Bucky so much.
But all the big stores have basically evolved where you have nicer like public restrooms for your customers.
Yeah, like all of your racetracks and stuff.
Yeah, but if you go to like if you go to a Big Lots, no, that's a scary bathroom.
Is it still through the back?
Yeah, you still have a little bit of access to the warehouse.
Okay, yeah.
There's no refrigeration flaps, but yeah, you still gotta. You can see all of the inventory in the back.
Just for nostalgia purposes, I want to use a warehouse
There's
bathroom.
Big Lots right here, buddy.
Go there and use it.
I like that. You should manifest that for yourself.
I go in there.
That's a good goal.
I'm like, this is where the workers shit to.
You should get a life coach. You should get a life coach.
People get paid to shit here.
Where the life coach is like, what do you want to accomplish? You should say, I want to shit in a warehouse bathroom.
Let's just knock out some dump them out
All
segments
right,
here.
let's do 'em. Let's dump them out. Hold on, where's the button?
I love this
I gotta
song.
find dump them out and
Hit it. Do it.
We got too many topics on the list today. It's the end of the motherfucking show. So come on, baby, let's dump them out and play. I want to see your topics. Ooh, I want to also see your bottom mix.
You're a genius, Dan.
I don't know about that.
You're so good.
Thank you. I appreciate that,
Oh
Brendan.
my gosh.
Dump them out brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Woo!
Injured on the go, just call Mo.
All right, let's find. Do you want to do that one right here?
Yeah, well, so Daniel calls us in, me and Sam, one day.
Monday.
This week.
It was Monday.
And you guys always think I'm a liar.
And then you're like,
Tom sure does after you fake cried.
Yeah, he does.
And Daniel's like, hey, listen to this voicemail we got. And then so we all get in here, and then Daniel plays
Okay, I'll
this
play
voicemail.
it. Okay, hold on, I gotta find it here. Okay, here's the one. This is a weird one. Tell me if you know who this man is just by voice and real name.
This is
Let's test Brendan.
Voice and real name. Here we go.
I don't know anybody.
Yeah, hey, this is Richard Karn. I'm I'm leaving a voice message. That's right. I'm going to be in town for the Tampa Bay Comic-Con at the Tampa Bay Convention Center. I guess it's this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So come on out. We're there. I mean, a lot of people are there. This is going to be a fun time. So come up and say hi, and that you heard this right here on this station.
Oh, he didn't even know who we were.
All right. Take care. We'll see you this week.
Who is this?
Richard Karn.
Richard
is his
Karn.
real name.
So Daniel was like, he's like, do you know who that is?
Yeah, and then I had the picture ready. I had the picture ready because I knew who it was.
I don't know who it is.
And then I was like, I didn't know either.
Okay,
and
ready?
And then
Richard Karn. I don't have the picture, but it's Al from Tool Time.
Al Borland.
Al Borland.
From goddamn Home Improvement.
Yeah,
from
I was like,
Home
Borland
Improvement.
Gold.
Yeah, that's
my
Al's
neighbor.
the friend, the fuzzy man.
Yeah,
co-host.
He's the bear with the beard.
Yeah.
He's the reason I like hairy men who make shit.
Yeah, so
Well,
why?
we could have talked to him.
Yeah,
apparently.
why did Al Borland call the show? And then
His
he was
PR
like,
people gave him a list.
and we're all here. We're all hanging out, and you can hear it right here on this station. So sad.
Maybe it was like, well, something must have got screwed up. At least if I leave a message that may play it for promotion, like
Which we did.
And
Borland's a pro.
Yeah.
because
This guy's good.
For real.
'Cause
I would not have thought to do that.
Yeah,
No,
as
that's
soon as I
great.
got a voicemail, I hang up and be like, motherfucking publicist.
Right.
Oh no, I would have. No, what I would have done is I would have gone to hang up, still be on the line, and been like, "Fucking publicist, talking a goddamn piece of shit, fucking podcast."
I wonder how they
everybody's got a goddamn podcast.
Is the publicist just mining for call numbers like that?
No, I think it was just a miscommunication with some,
It
like,
worked, though.
No, I wanted to talk to him, but then we couldn't find his number.
Do you want to call him right now?
Al Borland.
All right, you want to call him right now?
No,
Oh my god, I wouldn't know what to
Why
do.
not?
I almost said Shanghai by accident. I'm trying to get better.
All right, you want to call him? Do you want to do it, or is
So
this
he's at the Tampa Bay Comic Convention this weekend.
Just say it, Brendan.
I like what you said.
You can say
Try to
anything.
get better.
If you
I
guys
can't
want to
say
go
it.
see Al Borland, he will be at the Tampa Bay Comic Convention. I feel like we should
Yeah.
give him the plug because
Yeah.
he did call us.
Richard
for, you
Karn.
know.
Go
Tampa
see
Bay
Richard
Comic
Karn.
Go
And
tell him
then
you heard.
yeah.
Tell him you heard his voicemail on Tom and
Yeah,
Dan.
because at this
And
time,
like, it worked.
at this point, we don't
You know
even
what?
need
Our
to do
buddy Eric
interviews.
is actually going there.
What's he doing at the comic convention though?
signing autographs.
Yeah.
But like, did he do other stuff? What else has
No.
he
He's
done?
done commercials
It's-
for security systems.
It's like comic and pop culture.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like Al Borland, like
Yeah, I
everybody
grew up
knows
on him.
Al Borland,
Yeah.
especially because everybody's watching the same TV shows in the 90s. Like their share was insane because there's no internet or anything else. So you had, most people had, a couple dozen
Yeah, we're
channels.
all watching it.
He does. What are the ads that he does? He does an ad
He
for.
does. It's like
Pamela
medication
Anderson.
or
He knows
something.
Pamela Anderson.
He's a Flex Seal, I thought. Oh, no,
No, that's that fat guy.
Oh, yeah.
And then they made a speedboat out of Flex Seal, and that it's duct tape. The Flex Seal duct tape. That motherfucker's holding it. And I'm like, look at that fat. He's like, zing, 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 zing. Oh, I'm like, God damn, he has the best job.
What was he like?
Zing, 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 zing. It's awesome. He's hauling ass in that duct tape boat.
So Brendan,
Tom.
have you kept up with what's happening with old Bam Margera? Like, I
What's
don't know,
is
I
there
don't know why
new?
we keep bringing it up. Well,
With who?
Bam Margera from Jackass.
No.
Like you know who he is, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he obviously
Question mark?
has I think did he say he's bipolar too? Like, has he admitted that or?
I
is
don't
They're
know
all
anything
probably
about his
bipolar.
diagnoses.
Yeah, it seems like he's bipolar.
From
He's
everything
definitely
I've
an
heard, he
addict.
just screams he's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what happens. You think you're fine. Anyway, so he the recent news was he came out with a rap song, which I imagine.
Well, no, he just got a
Wow.
feature
Oh,
on
okay.
a rap song.
Okay.
It's not his rap song. He just featured on it.
I have it.
so-
Was it any good?
influence.
No.
That was a joke.
So these people that he
The
partnered with
chorus is actually not bad.
are they like popular younger influencers, rappers? Who are they? Like
Colt something?
This group is not the group of people to ask. I've never heard of these people, but
are they
Colt
like?
Shot.
I
how
like
did
the
you-
hip hop.
well, believe it.
it's horrible, Brendan. But I'm curious to like these because these other people in this video are younger than
I wanna see it.
Bam, right?
Well,
They're-
yes,
He's
they
like
are,
50 years
100%.
old.
Is it
Yeah,
as
yeah,
bad?
no, I know.
Is it better than the new Britney Spears song with Will I Am?
That's real bad.
It is better than this.
Yeah, the Britney song is real bad.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not good.
Well, the beginning
It's
of
like
it.
it's a diced up 2013 song.
Mind your
it's
business,
okay.
bitch.
It's trash.
Although it came on It came on by accident
did
when
they
I was
just-
driving, and I let it go.
That's fine.
Did you just take some old
No, I think
audio
it's new. I
oh,
think
It's a mashup of
new.
something they originally recorded in 2013. And
Yeah. Supposedly there's an
supposedly
album
touched it up
coming.
in 2023.
We'll play it.
Okay.
It's no padam.
Okay, this is the BAM.
And there's these are the other rapper influencers he's hanging out with.
And the song is called Feel Like Bam. Like, this isn't bad.
Hold on, push pause.
I feel like I'm Bam.
Do you think they were like, hey, if Bam Margera does something with us, like it'll get
blow up.
it'll get on TMZ, it'll blow
We're
up.
talking about it.
They just wanted to give themselves promotion.
Yeah,
But
they're-
how did they call him and be like, hey,
What are
like,
the views?
I think
They-
it's also
crazy.
skate.
Yeah, I think they might have a connection in the skate world somehow. And he's always liked these type of artists that have more of a gothy kind of a vibe. He was hanging out with this one girl. I forget her name,
Like
but
the
she's a goth
Evanescence logo
singer.
that flashed there. What was
And-
that?
What's that?
Looked like the Evanescence logo that flashed up.
Well, I
there.
mean, like it looks like that, but like he
Yeah,
likes the
the
gothier
hem,
style bands, you know. So this is just another one, and I think it would be as easy if we were a goth podcast and he's in Florida. I think it would be as easy as just like maybe even hitting him on Instagram or Twitter and saying, "Hey, we are an up and coming band. If he's available, just have him come by our studio and do a couple tracks. It'll be fire, kid."
Yeah,
or so I don't know. And
Don't say that.
No, but I'm just saying. I think that's what would happen. I think it's easier than you think.
But would our listeners and people think that we're just taking
Yes.
advantage of someone who's had
Yes.
mental illness?
Yes.
Because he does have mental illness and addiction problems.
Well, that's
like
what
he's
they're
a-
doing, right?
yeah.
Who
But-
doesn't? You know.
Well, they-
Isn't everybody thinking that about this band? That they just
I don't
got
know.
a crazy, like an unfortunate person down on their luck to ramble on their track? That's
Is that what
I-
you think this is?
Do
You
they
think
get
took
hate?
advantage of him?
Absolutely they did. They found a guy that's on his, I mean, literally one step away from bottom of the barrel, and they're like,
I don't
if we
know.
can just get him on our song, it's going to help us.
He wasn't like eating poop or anything in the video. Like he's not
no,
doing
but they
anything
know
weird.
that they can,
in and out of
they
rehab.
know they
like
can
he's-
manipulate him.
Maybe they're helping him up. It's a leg up. They gave
No,
him
no,
a
no,
chance.
Brendan,
They're all
it's a-
singing now.
It kind of ties into me and Daniel have seen people that are going through super hard times.
Is this why? This is why I'm on your
No,
show.
no, no, no.
Shit. He got it.
Wait a minute.
You're our gay bam.
Inception.
You're our gay bam.
Yeah.
And
Ham.
then it's like we could have them on the show and
Ham.
they'll be crazy, and then
Yeah.
but it's like you're just
You're
exploiting
exploiting
someone.
them.
But you shouldn't do it.
That's
you should-
literally why I was on Jim Colbert's show
I don't
for
know.
so long.
No,
That's literally why I was there.
No,
To
you
be the, they'd be
No.
like, say something gayer, Brendan.
No.
Say something gayer. And I'd
No.
be like, I'm not some harlequin gay clown, Jim Colbert.
No, but you're not a mentally ill addict that
True.
Bam Margera
But
is.
I am. and that's
Well,
what they're
you're
doing.
part of the show
No,
already.
but this is what they're doing.
Can
They
we play a couple more seconds?
Yeah.
I didn't hate what we heard.
We'll get to the
You
point
gotta
where
wait till you
Bam
hear
Margera-
Bam's rap.
Is that him with the hair?
No. Hold on. Trying to get the Bam.
Have y'all heard any of this hip hop coming out of Paramore? Like Orlando?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
We've always had good guys.
They're all
bouncing
getting
around.
arrested though.
Where's Bam?
I mean, they gave him a little tiny.
This is it. Watch me at the Family Fun Center.
And I'm naked as shit. And I'm sliding aside 10 motherfuckers with a dick 10 feet wide. Oh yeah. Woo dee woo. Oh no. Yeah. Look what I can do. So drop the mittens in the ring. Double dare Knoxville. He's gonna be there. So find out if he has the stuff.
Yeah, it's like getting a special needs
No,
person
half
to
of it
guest
doesn't
rap on your
rhyme.
song.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
wow.
like getting a person that it'd be like if we had a person that we knew that was mentally handicapped.
Uh-huh.
And I'm serious. And then we had them come in, and and then we're like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. And then we had them guest on our thing, and everybody, they're taking advantage of it at his lowest point.
Is the internet
I know.
accusing these people
They should.
of doing that, or no? Is it all?
I don't
what
think
are
they
they saying?
care. We're at a point where we don't care
Yeah,
about
okay.
humans. So if you don't care about humans, you don't care what fucking Bam
Is
does,
he-
or his
at this
family, or
point-
his kid, or his wife. You don't
It
care.
kind of seems like one of those NPC videos, right? They're paying him to say stuff, and he's like 10 feet wide.
I don't think they paid him. I don't think they paid him.
I don't think they
paid him
All they had
either.
to do was ask him to do it. He
And he
did
did
it.
it?
He's an egomaniac.
Yeah.
Oh well, then it's not taking advantage.
Well, that's the thing, though.
They probably already wrote the song, and they were like, hey, let's just reach out to Bam and see if he'll jump on it.
But the reason I think they're taking advantage is because they know that he will. They know he's going to do it. They know it's going to be bad. and they still do
They know
it.
it'll get clicked.
Yeah, and if you still do it, if you know all of those things, like you
That's
know
the
that
game, man. That's the game.
it is,
and we're talking about it on your show.
But
right
if they're
now,
okay
listen
with it,
to
see, we wouldn't do that. And I'm not saying we're any better than them. I'm just saying that I don't think that would be comfortable.
We'll get
with.
real close, but we'll
we'll dance around it. We'll dance around it.
Yeah,
We'll definitely say privately that we want to do it.
like gay baiting.
We'll touch it. Just the
tips. And then right when you guys go, right when everybody's like, hold on, we're like, we're not doing it. We're not really doing it.
And we criticize other people for doing it. So that means that
we're not
fine.
Right.
Anyway,
That's too bad. The
fine.
first part of the song wasn't that bad. I kind of liked it.
The chorus is not bad.
Yeah. Well, these are legitimate social media influencer rappers that just saw like, hey, we can get all the
I
Bam.
don't know how big they are.
It's like
they're like SoundCloud rappers.
It's like when
I love a SoundCloud rapper.
There was
Some of them are
another
good.
person I think that took William Hung from American Idol and then had him guest on their song. It's the same thing to me. It's like
he was famous for that.
He was famous
so
for
Bam
you're right.
Margera's,
Bad example.
So Bam Margera's
Bad example.
famous for Jackass, all this, and then we're watching this horrible.
We're watching him
implosion.
fall apart. Yeah.
with the addiction and the bipolar or whatever else, and then it's always to you invite him to do anything. Like even if it was hard pressed not to. Like if he somehow let's say Busey, which I imagine knows someone who knows Bam, right?
I think Bam has been there.
Yeah. And then so if Busey's like, hey, I can get Bam on your podcast, like I couldn't turn it down.
No.
We couldn't turn it down just for the publicity wise.
No, and I'd have to write a rap song really fast. It'd be the fastest Sam and I've ever.
I'm talking shit. Well, we'd probably do it.
I got whistling toothpicks involved. We're doing production. We're working overnight.
I want to do a rap song so bad. Can we do it together?
You have people here that will do rap songs with you. We'll do one.
The problem is when he's sitting there on the couch and then we're talking to him and then he just goes off in these crazy rants about fighting.
Knoxville, I
Johnny
stepped on it.
Knoxville.
I stepped on it.
Do we
on the fence and it hurt my moneymakers.
Do we like, yeah, get him? Like if we started doing that, I feel like now you're taking advantage. If you're just like, hey, what's going on? But you okay?
See, I would make it trash. If we did it, it would be a good fucking song. We would write his own lyrics because obviously he can't write good lyrics.
Oh, he can't read them either.
That's
all he can do.
Flashcards.
No, it's not going to be ever
one
good.
sentence at a time.
Yeah,
or
we'll just have him
together.
say like a word and we'll make it a drop.
Yeah.
And then
Well, that's Christine is saying, y'all. What she was talking about our team and talking about we wanted to hire Corey Feldman. That's completely different. This guy
we didn't though
Yeah,
because of this reason. Because
the Corey Feldman thing. He puts on a good performance and he's not on drugs and alcohol blasted all the time. I don't believe, and he's not tearing his family apart.
Yeah,
that's a different example.
But that's the reason why we didn't hire Corey Feldman because we honestly looked at it. It was like $7,000,
bad.
And then we're like, we could with sponsors get that together. But then all I imagined is all of us standing at Hard Rock Live, and then he's into his third
eventually
song.
it would just be me and Sam up there like cheering him on.
Well, no, it would be
everybody would leave. Everybody would leave.
It would be they wouldn't leave, but it loses the the
doses,
the funny part aspect of it. It's like you're watching clips on the internet, but now we're all standing there, and then he's getting through some guitar solo, and then we're all
and
like,
he's just trying to be a real musician and do his thing.
He takes it very seriously.
But then it would get awkward for all of us,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm saying. Like how you could do it in tiny clips or something like that. But
how would Brendan explain that to Ivan?
What
how would you explain?
Can you get Ivan to come to the show?
Yeah.
We'll
write a rap.
You want Ivan on the show?
He's got some
right.
stories,
of course.
man.
Yeah, we're gonna write
Prince
a rap
Harry.
for Ivan and have Ivan come in and rap on the track.
You
Who
better
can he
make it a
guess?
Friday show because he has no filter.
Okay, that's right.
Oh, yeah, of
he
course.
just lets
We
it
can have
out.
him
The
diss
next
Prince
time we have
Harry.
you in, maybe.
He has seen some shit.
I just wanted to tell the
Or
stories.
not. Seen some
Yeah, I just want to sit and listen. To tell you the truth.
Okay.
What else we got?
Oh, yeah.
Maisie's now on Roblox,
Oh
apparently.
yeah, I have to tell you because
What are those?
you called it. You said eventually it will happen. It happened.
Video game.
She's playing the stupid Roblox now.
I don't know what that is.
Why are all the games shitty on Roblox?
Because they're created.
They're peer created, right?
Peer created games.
Yeah, where
And
is
the
the
best ones-
standardization?
There is
No,
none.
yeah. See, it's a wild west of the internet.
Yeah, they are all broken. None of them work. The one game she went in was called Puppy Adoption, and she came out of her home, and then it said go to the adoption center, and she was running down the street, and I kid you not, a Lamborghini pulled up, and 5 teens got out with handguns and shot her dead. In the game. I watched it.
What?
Yeah, but it's big, square, balloony gun.
Yeah, it's a big square, but they all like, and then all of her little parts of her body just blew away. I'm
Oh
like,
my God.
I was like, this is not good.
Or it gets worse.
Okay, thank you.
You were gonna say it's fine, and you stopped yourself mid "it's fine" and said it gets worse.
Have her play Doors. There's better
Doors,
games.
okay.
Yeah,
She did
Doors
one
are
that
good.
was like one that
But
was.
it's
This was
impossible
It's a door of horrors.
One-
You're like,
no,
wait a minute.
One
This
of
is
them
like
was
PC, phone, like what is it?
Xbox. One was
Xbox.
Climb Your Way to Heaven, and it was like different. It was staircases that go to the sky, and then when you make your way to the top in the sky, then you spin a wheel and it gives you a shirt.
I have a Roblox account on my own account that I use to play with the boys sometimes. And then I'll
that's what's wrong.
And then they all get in together and play.
Yeah, it's
on
terrible.
just
on
for
the
kids.
internet. Huh?
It's meant just for kids.
No, there's a lot of pedophiles there too.
Like, no, it's only kids and pedophiles.
Yeah, it's just kids and adults that don't belong there. You know, standard internet.
You have to wear pants.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of like the games are the
Well, give me the
horrible.
good ones that are better, because I'm trying to like not be a grumpy
Doors.
old man. Okay, Doors.
We play this other game where you
and I need your name so we can play together.
it's like this
Floors,
Doors, stores.
cores, light.
this other game where it's this
Doors light is funny.
What about the shark? They released the shark.
Well,
Do
there's
you do that one? They released
Oh
the
my God! What?
There's a game where this character
God.
called Sonic, who is Sonic the Hedgehog but 2D and drawn by
Oh,
he's
the one
red.
that you're.
He's red.
Yeah, I don't-
it's just like a 2D
Satanic Sonic.
bad drawn Sonic.
Yeah.
It's called Sonic, and then so you start off the game and you have to, when he gets close to you, the music starts and you have to hide in a closet. So someone
I like that one.
That one.
Send me
And there's
that
no
one.
way to
Sounds like
really
my childhood.
win.
Yeah, send me that one. Brendan used to play a lot of Sonic.
That was called Samick.
And then go to hide in the closet.
It's called Uncle Tom.
Have your Canadian dad banging on the closet. Like, get out of there.
It's called
You can't
Uncle
hide
Tom
if someone-
staying over for the night. Uncle Tom the babysitter.
Don't say Uncle Tom. You can't say that.
You can't say that.
Well,
Just-
say-
we know where we're stopping now.
The most frustrating
Thomas,
part of it,
Thomas.
though, is that I'm like, there's better
That's what I was
CGI
telling you.
out there.
That's what I argued with her.
They
I go,
want that.
why don't you want to
I
play the
know.
games that are beautiful? Why don't you want to play the games that work? I said, this game, we've had to reboot this Roblox game 5 times because you get stuck because it's not a good game. Whoever made this game's a moron.
no,
Let
it's
her
just
play whatever games she wants.
No,
to
no,
play.
I
not
know,
Roblox.
these guys
I'm talking
are-
to
No,
whoever
they
made
hate
the
it.
game. It's a
They hate
terrible
it.
game.
it's all just garbage.
It's not even good.
What do you want her to play?
Fall Guys, Call of Duty.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Real game.
Nicki
somehow-
Minaj is gonna be on Call of Duty.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She's been playing. Maisie's been playing Lucky's Tale. She's been playing. We have this drumming game called Tika Tuchu. It's a Japanese game.
Yeah.
I don't know any of it, but you just drum. You play like those traditional.
That one's fun.
Yeah, it's a great game. She loves that one. We drum together. Like we play like all of those games. But man, the Roblox games are just trash. None of them are good.
I've been telling you this for a while.
I know.
Well,
And
you
then she
know,
gets
There are
mad.
good ones, but I think your kids probably are picking the bad
Well,
ones.
Maisie defends it. Like I go, these games are terrible, and she's like, "Don't say that."
They're attracted to the bad ones. It's like addicted.
Well,
for
maybe
them.
that's fun. It's like a reaction to them getting too real, and now it's like you want to play the ones that are kind of derpy.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't
Maybe
know.
it's charming.
I play Goose Simulator. It's fine.
Well, Goat Simulator, Goose Simulator, all
Yeah.
those are fun, but this game, it
Is that
doesn't
like Sim, but
it
it's
doesn't
Goose?
work. Like for instance,
It's
Maisie will
geese.
like spawn her
Goose.
character, and then she'll run for an elevator or something and get in it, and then she'll be like, "I don't know what to do. It's frozen," and I'm like,
Yeah. You just glitch
It's
out.
over.
"It's a terrible game."
It's made by some Korean
Yeah.
14-year-old.
Yeah.
You know, that has autism.
Exactly. Yeah, he worked really hard on it. It's not bad.
Very specific.
Let's talk about the Drake brawl
Yeah,
thing.
so,
What is this?
Some woman in New York at one of his shows threw her bra on stage.
It was me.
And then he picks it up, and it's a 36G.
I got it here. Here's
All
the
right.
video of Drake picking up the massive bra.
Now, what is
36G. Locate this woman immediately.
And now Playboy has reached out to her and wants to offer her
Oh, so
a
they
job.
they found her?
They did find her.
Oh, she's cute.
Oh, there she is. Wow.
So, give me an idea
Man,
what
she is.
G size.
Wait
is.
a minute. I know who that is. That's a porn star. Hold on.
I don't think so because
It
they-
absolutely is. She's from
Oh, okay.
Orlando.
What? How do you?
Absolutely, I know she's from Orlando. I follow her.
Pornlock Holmes.
Yeah, I'm Pornlock Holmes. Look up Jessica Vega. Look up Jessica Vega. That's Jessica Vega. She's an Orlando
How
porn
does you
star.
know? I can't even see the TV.
No,
from
right
here.
there. I can see her face.
So this is Jessica Vega, the porn
Yeah,
star?
it looks like Jessica Vega, the porn star.
She's 21.
That looks like Jessica. Oh, it's not her. Never
No,
mind.
it's not. This girl's Veronica Correa.
But
She's
she got the
21.
big O's.
She looks like a foodie influencer.
Yeah, she is correct.
So what? Okay, how big is that, Sam? I mean, what
Okay,
is
let
what
me
is-
count.
Sam.
No, okay. So
In relation to your boobs.
No,
Sam.
That's like 4 sizes bigger than mine.
four size. How much
I can't
bigger is
even-
one size?
Oh, he's gonna want to quantify it. Sam.
No, how am I supposed to know? Like, if you tell me you have a size 14 shoe, I'm like, okay, I get it because I know what a size.
Those are like
10
can
shoe.
crushers. Like if you ever
They're
see
like
those
the
videos.
Brendas, probably.
Mine, yeah,
What
like
size
my-
is your bras? That you
I
wear?
actually don't wear bras.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
too big.
All right,
They're
free
just
the
big
nipple.
Nerf balls that just kind of hold on to the hair on my chest.
Like, is it bowling ball size?
Dude, it's bigger than that bucket hat.
Yeah, like
It's
bowling
bigger than
size.
this bucket hat?
Oh my God, bigger than a bucket hat.
Like the cup,
Yeah.
the cup is bigger
God,
than this?
her poor back.
I know.
Those are
my
humongous
gosh.
titties, though, right?
Yeah.
Like-
I didn't exactly know how
do
big
the
that was.
nipples? Do the nipples? Okay, you know, like when you
Kielbasa
print,
nipples.
You know, like when you print
big.
a Tom and Dan logo on a shirt. You print it on a small, a medium, a large, an XL.
yeah.
They all look pretty much the same. But when you start printing it on like a 5XL, you got to beef up the logo a little bit to make it look right.
like a postage stamp.
Does science and evolution and or God take that into account
Yeah.
when giving a breast? Can you have like a big old jumbo with a little pinprick of a nipple? Or does it normally follow suit where if you have a jumbo
On
big
men, you
tit that you
can.
got a decent sized nipple?
I don't know the answer to that.
Well, I don't want you on this show then. No,
But I would guess that just like, if someone's 8 foot tall.
Big dick.
Yeah, it's like all his
Not
body
true.
parts are bigger,
Not
right?
true.
No?
No, I'll tell you. I've been unpleasantly surprised.
Really?
Yeah, and sometimes short guys got big dicks too.
Well, I know there's anomalies, but if you're like if you're Andre the Giant, like like we just had a giant in here who gave us pizza. Like he's got to
Which
have
was the first
some
time in the
sort-
history that a giant gave something instead of taking away.
That's true.
Yeah, normally they stomp the village, steal the pumpkins.
It's got to be somewhat proportional, like
Not
you know what I'm saying,
always.
to the
No,
like
no.
you could have a
It's
micro
all over the
small
place,
one.
man.
Yeah.
All over the place.
All over. There's
The
no
chat room,
standard.
Dan Paul said, Dan has obviously never searched giant areolas. I haven't, but I've seen them. I've seen the areolas that are so big that the titty looks like you just dumped it in a paint bucket. And the bottom of it is the nipple. And it's all colorful. It looks like one of those gold-toed socks you buy at a fancy men's store. you
But
know?
I don't think it has any correlation with the size of the boob. And Daniel's asking if you have that size boobs, do you have bigger nipples?
And a
or
lot of
areolas?
people say that little nipple, like I'll tell you right now, little nipples and humongous nipples are the way to go. Middle nipples, nobody gives a fuck about middle nipples, but you got guys that love the big ploppers, the big ploppers with the they dunk.
You got
and
little nipples.
Where
ain't
the
you?
nipples, the whole. I have little
Yeah,
nipples.
nipples, I do too.
and then like a lot of guys like the tiny, almost like perfect tiny nipple.
Yeah.
But the middle nipple, people are like, fuck middle nipples. We don't care.
Well, you want the extreme in life.
You want the extremes in life.
Yeah.
It's like you don't go when you go to the wing place. You don't order the middle wings. You either go mild or 3 Mile Island.
So what's happening with this chick? She got a.
She got an offer from Playboy, and I think she's going to take it.
She should.
Now, what?
21.
How
though.
does Playboy?
They do mostly online content now.
Is that her talking
so
on the bottom?
Yeah.
So I wonder what
She's not as cute.
Yeah, I was gonna. I didn't want to be
Well, you
mean.
doll her up a little bit.
Could
Yeah, I
she?
didn't want to be mean. I have to airbrush her entire face.
I'm gay. I can say it.
This
you
kind of
can.
ties
I didn't
in
say that. Brendan did.
to the beginning of the show. Could she make more money just releasing her
OnlyFans?
own content on OnlyFans
Right now.
than,
100% she
than
could.
get paid by Playboy?
She should do both.
Yeah, she should.
Yeah, they
Well,
can't pony up.
I'm sure if she's under contract, or if she goes under contract with Playboy, they probably have that. Like, you're not allowed to release your own content, especially before we
I don't
release.
think they're doing that anymore. I think
No?
I
Those
think,
have loosened up quite a bit.
yeah, I
Because
think-
they know people won't sign.
and you're kind of driving more traffic, and I don't know. There's another Nick. You might have had him on your show, Nick Pulo.
Pupo?
Pupo?
You know what I'm talking about? He's
Nick-
like 8 feet tall.
No, that's not Nick
He was
Pupo.
the bad guy in the Indiana Jones show at Disney, And then he started modeling. Now he has an OnlyFans show. He's gay for pay now. I don't even know if he's gay, but he made that transition.
Can we get an interview with him?
You don't have to be gay for pay. A lot of straight guys just show it and hey,
But
guys
he's a
sign
villain
up.
from Indiana Jones is gay.
Yes,
It's like
I
I
knew
know
it.
it's a heart. It's like a heart
from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
He's like,
Smushing a
Yeah.
dick now.
Nick Bosa?
Yeah, he was holding the heart and
Someone
it
just
burst into
asked.
flames.
I don't know who that is. That's a football player.
Indiana Jones shot him.
Who yelled at Nick Bosa?
I did, because the chat said it.
The chat's
The football player Nick Bosa. Nick, did you guys hear? Nick Bosa's the gay Indiana Jones villain.
Pulos.
Nick Pulos.
Pulos.
I'm looking it
So,
up.
and he's signed by like a modeling agency now, but or a porn thing. But now he's also, but he does his own OnlyFans too.
Wow.
And he's local. You should pull that up. Can you pull him up?
I'm trying to. Yeah,
Not his OnlyFans, but just so everybody
Yeah,
can see.
he's
what
a
he looks like.
ginormous man.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm signing up for his OnlyFans.
Yeah, he's a Hulk. I mean, this guy is.
Yeah, I love him.
My God.
He's a beast.
I see him sometimes. I see him around town. I'll see him
Where?
at Publix or something. And I'll be like,
Which Publix?
I've seen him walking around
Shut
here.
up right now, Nick Pulos. You better turn around. You better
That,
walk away from this.
that
right
top-
now.
I'm getting so horny.
That
We're
top
gonna get in trouble.
photo on his Instagram.
You
Woo!
talk to me.
Look
Things
at
are
that
gonna
one.
happen.
No, he's got one on his Instagram. Is just him with a dish towel on his dick.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's it.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I'd have to have the dish towel hold my dick.
I used,
the
to have a
opposite.
friend, I used to have a friend who would bartend like that at Parliament House. He'd put a little dish towel. He'd be naked, completely naked, but he'd put a dish towel on his junk.
How does he keep it there?
I
String?
think he had like, I don't know, it would just hold like his balls were so big.
Use
he could hold it.
spray adhesive.
I don't
You
know.
have a belt or something. Anyway.
Yeah,
Force
you,
of will.
You could tie a string of fishing line around your waist and then hang the towel over the top.
You could do that.
I might wear that in Atlanta.
Like, are you gonna say so, Brendan?
No. I think we're done here.
I think Dan wanted to end on the sound effect machine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. So this is just something I remember when that popped up in the middle of the night last night.
Okay.
That I just wanted to mention to you guys. Okay. Do you guys remember, and I want to make one of these for the show, that has different drops of us and maybe sound effects that we like. But do you remember you'd get a little black keychain, and Andrea said that this was never a thing, but there was a little black keychain that my dad had, and you'd press the red, it was a black keychain, and you'd press the red button, and it'd be like, fucking jerk, piece of shit, piece of fucking jerk, piece of shit.
Like a sound effect keychain?
Piece of shit, fucking jerk. Like it would say crazy funny, and like I remember that at one point, that was the top tier of party. Like something you bring to a party, nothing could beat it.
Yeah.
If you had that and
Look
went to
what I got.
I got a sound effect, fucking jerk. Like and you'd hit it and you'd play it, and then people would be like turning around. Like, well, who said that?
I thought you
That
were
was
talking-
top tier.
Like when in the 90s, I remember going to the magic shop, and then they showed in Old Town, and then they sold like a remote control like thing you could hit a button, and it was a fart machine. It would play a fart.
Yeah, the fart machine.
And then
I sell those at Spencer's.
And then
yeah.
you put it underneath someone's chair.
My
or
car
something.
does that.
And and it wouldn't. It's like, don't get too far, it won't work.
Remember when Spencer's would
30
also
feet.
sell like fucking canes with mirrors on the bottom of them? And I'm like, why are you selling this in the mall?
Yeah, they did. They did. They probably still do.
Yeah.
You know the Spencer's.
fuck?
You know the Spencer's
You
in
remember
Florida. You know Fashion Square. The Spencer's is still. Andrea went in Fashion Square Mall. I don't know why. I didn't ask. I was like, why are you in the mall? And Andrea said the Spencer's in the Fashion Square Mall had like 300 people in it. She said it was like spilling out people
Yeah.
partying in
It was
there.
nostalgia.
Yeah, it's the
Like,
only
There's
thing in
also
there.
they sell dildos in there now.
It's the only thing in the mall.
No, Macy's is still there, right?
That doesn't count.
At the Florida Mall, yeah.
Doesn't count.
Here's something.
There's a Spanish radio station.
You can
Here's a
commit
crime, yeah.
Sexual assault.
Right.
With. The only reason to even have it
Right.
is like there's no other like you're not searching for bombs in the fucking UN.
Yeah.
But if I
It's like
needed to.
only looking at who
Upskirts.
knows
Yeah.
upskirt. Like it's like here you go. We sell
Yeah.
this at a corporation.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Kareem in our Twitch chat room says he had one of those keychains that said only Mr. T phrases.
Ooh, nice.
That's pretty
Wow.
fucking good.
So wait, you were presenting this. You want to do one with our
Like all of our from the show.
Yeah, I think
we
that's
could have
funny.
everybody saying some shit.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
You
Tony,
know?
look that up. He could get
Yeah,
that.
yours
in
could be like,
China.
whoa.
Yeah.
You know?
Whoa.
Or,
What's
or yeah, or you could be
That's
like,
fine.
you could be like, stores.
Don't worry, I just yell. Yeah, but
Radio.
Yeah, radio.
What if it's just you doing all
It's
of our
probably
voices
just gonna
here?
all be Tom because I don't really know what you would do.
Yeah,
for
I don't
me.
really. It's great. Yeah. I mean, like,
Well,
we'll figure something
There's
out.
a sound effect that I was about to do, but we can't do it.
The macaroni and cheese.
No. There's also the dump them out sound effect.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, boom, 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 boom.
That's two titties coming out. It's like, there's one up, one down, because they're all always different weights.
Yeah.
There's all like Andrea's left titty is a little lighter than her right
Like
titty.
testicles.
So it's like
boom, boom. Semantics.
God damn it.
Is it going to be on this weekend?
Well, tonight we'll be on Twitch, twitch.tv/semanticsmedia. We're going to be playing, hopefully, the new Disney Illusion Island that just came out today.
Yes, I ordered that too.
So we'll be twitching around 7 p.m. tonight. If you want to jump in the chat, semanticspodcast.com for everything semantics. And you heard about this one. Will be coming out this Sunday, hosted by Derek. And he's going to talk about, do you guys remember the online puzzle game Not Prawn? Anyone heard of that?
Not prawn?
Not Prawn.
I don't remember that.
It's about a fake shrimp.
Well, it's hailed to be the hardest riddle available on the internet.
Oh,
So
I'm
it's an
not
online
familiar with
puzzle
this.
and internet game. I had never heard of it either,
Cool.
but he tells me all about
I
it.
like
And
the
then I
ones-
started to try to play it, and I don't think I'll ever be able to finish that.
Yeah, I like the ones that are stuff that I have absolutely no clue of, because that's more fun for me. Like, if I know a little bit about it and I go in with a preconceived notion, I like it when it's like, I've never heard of that. Like there was one documentary that came up on my just on my timeline on TikTok called Karateka. Do you remember that game, Karateka?
No, what is it?
Karateka? Maybe it's called Karateka. I think I'm butchering the
It's
name.
about
Karateka.
Sexy carrots.
No, it was a beautiful game, way ahead of its time, called Karateka. And I had it as a kid. You ever have a memory where you're like looking at something and it's been tucked back there and you have no recollection of it, and then you see something and you're like, holy shit, I had that.
Just picturing a bunch of buddies sitting at home watching carrot porn. It's called Karateka. This rabbit's like, thump, 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 thump.
So this is Karateka. It's going to be a documentary. Check it out. I'm telling you.
Brendan, what's on the show tonight? Bungalow on the bus.
We went to Cappy's.
Cappy's.
Yeah, with our boy Mo DeWitt. And
Nice.
they made an announcement. They're opening a stall at Exploria Stadium, which is very exciting. Yeah. Actually, I just gave you the exclusive here.
All right.
God damn it, Brendan.
Oh, Cappy's has been around
good I
for
am.
45 years, right? Or
Yeah,
some
and he has a food truck, and then and now they have a stall that'll be at all the soccer games. Because Adam, the son, who's really running the show now, his mom's still involved. Adam is all about growing the brand, and he's a huge soccer fan. He goes to all of it.
That's great, man.
Adam Cappy Jr.? Is his last name? His last name's not Cappy. I don't mind.
It's not Cappy.
If you name your store after something, you better be that name. That's in my
I like
book.
that too.
The original owners, it was their last name. Or something like that, yeah.
Like you have to change your name. If you're the son who's running, you have to change your name
Or,
to Cappy.
or we will accept you saying not the real Cappy.
Right? He
Like
had a son, he called him Busta Cappy.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Welcome to the stage, Busta Cappy.
I don't like that one.
Because you didn't come up with it? My God.
He doesn't like it when other people play.
All right. We've got a bunch of shows next week.
Yeah. Really, really fun stuff that I think you guys are going to really like. I'm going to Atlanta. If you're going to any Braves games or Falcons training camp, slide into my email, dan@tomandan.com.
Yeah, but we won't
Come
be
say
doing
hi.
any live content on Twitch or YouTube or anything like that.
But tons of new content, just not live.
Yeah, we will have all the podcasts out at regular time. So I hope you enjoy. We came up with a theme for ACT for next
Well,
week.
you did. It was a great idea, man, and I thank you for thinking of that.
Got a wife cast for next Friday's free show.
Yeah, you can find the video of that if you're really looking for it.
We got a best of Tom stories on the BDM show this week that Casey's putting together. So it's basically all the stories I've told throughout the years, all bunched together.
Ooh.
Yeah. You're gonna hear long-winded.
It's gonna be great. It's
oh
like
my
6.5
God.
hours. It's
That
like,
would be torture for my wife, by the way. If I
should play it for
it
her.
would be like I don't want to call it the Agent Orange, or where they hold your eyeballs.
Clockwork
Orange.
Orange. Agent Orange killed men. I
God
believe. It was
damn it, man.
It would be that
Mustard
bad.
gas.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We will see you when we get back.
Bye, y'all.
All right, Twitch, YouTube. Thanks for hanging out with us, y'all.
See you guys.
We'll